And we're live.
Oh boy.
Hi.
Well, well, well.
What
We
should I
meet
say?
again, Shane.
Hello, I'm Rothgraw.
What you got?
Rothgraw here to crush face.
Something you doing?
Uh, it's almost like the what is it? The Warcraft ones. You
Yeah,
know,
the peons.
PRP2.
Work, work, work.
Yeah,
Zug, zug.
yeah.
I suddenly don't feel so old.
Did everyone play Warcraft here? If you're not, you're
It was my first RTS, Warcraft 1. Awesome. So, Mr. GM Man, what's up?
Well, if everyone's done with the buying, then we can get started. So, you guys, of course, applied and saw the message on the application, and it was just a voice on your comm link. You don't know where it came from. It just told you to report to the following address at 2300 that night. That would be 11 o'clock at night. When you check the address, it is revealed to be a isolated place in Renton that appears to just be in the middle of a parking lot. So I'd just like to go through, I guess, what you guys do up to this point. So what would Nightshade do in this circumstance? What have you been doing today? We'll say it's Sunday, since we follow real time. And you would have gotten this message around 10 a.m.
It's 10 a.m. Oh shit! I have to play Rothgar in retard mode. Okay.
Yeah, because the world does follow normal things. Well,
Yep.
I guess I can start with Rothgar then. So tell me what happens in the day in the life of Rothgar, specifically
So
today at 10 a.m.
typically 10 a.m. Rothgar's been asleep for like 2 hours. So he wakes up because he has his comm link set to urgent. So he wakes over and basically he's like, like pawing at his comm link and probably like knocks it over. Luckily, he's got a troll-sized comm link, so he doesn't destroy it that often. Reaches over and looks at it, and he hears the message, and he's like, "Okay, pretty lady, Rothgar, come." And like he rolls out of bed, probably falls on his face, slumps into his clothing, his damn nocturnal instincts, and starts looking for where he has to go, and starts getting limbered up to start running across the city because people always look at him funny, and it's always a very emotionally harrowing situation. So yeah, Rothgar, 10 a.m. fast sleep.
All right. What was Gray doing?
Gray was probably just finishing dishes after having his breakfast and would be contemplating what to do for the day when the call came in. Oh God, I have my audio. Which means the audio is messed up because they can't hear the Skype audio.
Do you have the wrong audio preset? You're using OBS, right?
I'm using OBS.
Yeah. So you'll have to change your audio
Yeah.
on your desktop to the same one as your headset.
Yep.
The same one Skype's using. And you can just relaunch. I only said anything, so we can just start with you when you come back.
It should, in theory, be fixed as soon as the stream restarts, which it will do shortly.
Yeah. The amount of times I've made that mistake is unbelievable.
Because it, of course, ignores the default.
Yeah, it's because Skype can use its own audio regardless of what the rest of your settings are on your computer.
Yeah.
Rothgar. Yay! I have 2 logic and 2 charisma at this time of the day. He actually loses a stun box during the day.
Oh, that's gotta suck.
He goes from 5 willpower to 4 willpower.
Once I got the call, I would go ahead and start getting my gear ready for later in the day, and probably take a nap shortly before I need to head out, because I'm old and conserving sleep is important, even if I don't actually need as much.
Yeah, that's long in the tooth. Very understandable. So what was Sturgeon doing at about 10 a.m.?
Being a responsible adult and probably getting ready to go grocery shopping with his sister. Yep. I get the call, do my pickup line, and go, well, that wasn't sketchy. Does no one hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We hear you.
Okay.
Just everyone has like mute to talk, and like there's no background sound or anything, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
What is your relationship with your sister?
Close, extremely close.
Does she know you run?
I mean, no, but she's a smart girl.
Yeah, so if you're shopping with her, she's going to kind of look at you as you take the call, make a face. What was that about?
I don't know what you're talking about. Just work stuff, you know? I gotta go beat the crap out of some weird guy in the back alley for getting drunk again.
If it pays the bills, I suppose. And she will go back to looking for things.
Yep, I just let it go at that then. Because she's a lot smarter than he is.
I'll bet, but she's also
Yeah,
probably smart enough to understand
she's a
without having
preteen
to ask
orc.
too much.
Yeah, she's a preteen orc girl, so that's how she runs his life.
Preteen orc girl, and he's a human, so she goblinized?
He's an elf.
Uh,
That's a long story.
yeah, maybe something to go into greater detail either, but that's definitely an interesting thing.
Yep.
So Wolfgate, what were you doing when you got the call, Wolfgate?
It's Sunday morning, isn't it?
It is 10 a.m.
Yeah, alright. Then he is probably still drinking from the night before and grabs a last beer and shot when he gets the call and, well, heads home, stumbles home and goes to sleep.
At 10 a.m., that's pretty hair of the dog.
Dedication to getting drunk.
How long would you say he was drinking for?
Probably since midnight the night before, at least. So 10 to
How many-
11 hours.
How many beers did you have?
Probably more than 10.
Okay, I want you to roll me a body willpower check. That would be your body stat plus your willpower stat.
Alright, I got an error doing that. Just a second.
I always have a hard time not breaking into song whenever I'm playing Rothgraw.
Rothgraw the musical, I'll watch it.
You're doing you can just do /R space.
Yeah,
you don't have to do the
I'm
full
trying
roll.
both and I'm getting an error. Can someone roll 10 dice for me?
Yes, I will, sir.
I'm going to refresh.
Oh, it may fail for me too.
Oh, maybe there's an error at the moment with Roll20.
It appears so. Because it's telling me, yep, error.
Mr. GM, time to get your physical dice. Yeah, error fetching your roll. So, Mr. GM, time
What's
to
the
take
problem with
our
that?
lives in your hands.
It's Roll20 is not functioning properly at the moment for any of us.
Let me check something.
Yeah, it can't fetch the. This happens very occasionally, where it can't fetch the.
Oh, it's doing it to me.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to reconnect to Roll20. It's going really slow, so I think Roll20 may be down for a little while. Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, I will reconnect then quick.
Okay.
This has happened a few times on Roll20, but usually not too often.
Yeah, it happens occasionally. Let's see if I can roll. Oh.
To their Twitter.
I
No.
mean, I got back in, no problem. I'm just not rolling anything. Down to physical dice.
Yeah.
I have literally 6 pounds of dice that I own, so I have enough D6 to handle such occasions.
Well, we could do honor system. I know that Chummer, as the program, has a dice roll function.
Does it?
Yes, because I had a couple friends I was doing this with before, and this happened. So on the one hand, we can kind of just sort of wait for this to fix itself, or we could just have someone roll a dice and you just tell me what you get.
Sturgeon is streaming. Not Sturgeon. Voro is streaming, so he can just do the
I could
dice
use
rolls.
a dice generator. Yeah, I have a dice roller.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
That works. That works well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can do that.
Because
No problem.
people
Voro
have
can just
means
be
of
our
confirming.
designated dice roller, and then Twitch can be sure to be like, "That's a glitch. You die."
The dice roller I use actually lets you know when you have glitches and stuff.
Awesome.
I should yell out loud.
Rothgraw.
Yeah, so that if this proves to be an issue, I may have to postpone this run, sadly, simply because this is one which will involve quite a bit of dice rolling.
Understandable.
We'll
They're
try
not
to
saying
get
anything
it.
on their Twitter, so they normally, if there's a problem, they tweet almost instantly.
No, twit's the right word.
And I was bringing Rothgraw. Anyway, so
Right.
yeah, I
10d6.
wanted Wolfgate to roll his body willpower. So if you could roll that, Voro. I'm sorry to take it out of the player's hand specifically, but you know,
When
2
in doubt,
hits.
you can always just blame Voro.
2 hits. How many dice did he have in total?
10? That is what I was told earlier that he had.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 hits. You're good. You're good. You just kind of stagger on home, and you fall asleep, and you will be up when you want to be up. So that brings us to our final person, Nightshade. What are you doing at 10 a.m. when you receive this message?
I think you're on mute, man.
Yes, if you're saying anything, I'm not hearing it, unfortunately.
Technical difficulties.
They happen.
God damn you, Sunday!
God damn you. Blame Sunday.
Hey, but he said once.
It's all
Yeah, that
because I didn't go to church.
It just means that we're not able to reach the actual like quantum roller. The little app they have running on their server has probably gone down. Quantum roll. That was deliciously sacrilegious.
Can't hear you, Nightshade, if you were trying to say anything.
He said, "Shit, sorry, 1 sec" in Skype.
Yeah, and then let me reconnect. Okay.
We
Yeah,
have
Skype
reached a beautiful new level of technical difficulties all at once.
Yeah, like Skype before was a web for me. So
But my stream is working.
Yes!
That is all that matters.
Everyone can bear witness to the agony that is this run so far.
Oh, and I had such high hopes.
Well, my Jones Soda Cap did say keep expectations reasonable.
Everything's going to fail. That is my expectation. And you know, that's an entirely reasonable expectation since the end result is one technical thing is working.
I don't know why I did that, I'm sorry.
As Fishy says, yes, we're getting all your technical difficulties without issue.
I had a compulsion to throw the Jones Soda Cap at my wife, and now I'm in trouble. Sometimes I
Thanks,
don't know why I
Fishy.
do these things. Spinning in my chair. Whoa, shit. Falling out of my chair. Oh, you know what? We should probably test. We should probably test if it's a Roll20 issue or if it's his board.
That's actually
That is worth testing.
I'm going to my
pop
board.
up. Okay, if you want to go to yours.
Oh, looks like I can't log in to Roll20.
Oh, jeez.
Roll20 shitting
Oh,
out.
boy. Oh, bud.
Oh, boy.
Bud.
Oh, butt.
Oh, no good.
Them butts.
Butts.
Oh, there we go.
In theory.
Oh,
Launch
jeez.
my campaign.
Entropy, say something.
We've lost him to entropy. I'm not sure if I used that word correctly.
I don't know. I feel like if usernames were a self-fulfilling prophecy at some
Oh, hey,
point, I would have gotten
we
eaten
just
by a
heard
fish
Dag
god.
on lives through entropy's mic.
So, do you have sound on me?
Yes.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah, I can hear you clearly now.
All right, how about now?
Still now.
Yes.
Oh my god, this is the best day of my life.
And just to confirm, the roller isn't working across all of.
Roll20.
It's not working on mine either.
That's fine. I have my dice roller. It sucks in comparison to each person rolling their own, but
It's good enough that we can get through maybe the next, half an hour when it comes back.
yeah.
Yeah. I think how I'm going to play this is if it stays non-functional for about the next hour, then I will simply rehost this one later and try to get everyone who was in here originally in it.
Cool.
We'll see what we can go with. The one concern I have is that I did plan something a little bit dice heavy, but I can always do something else if I can think on my feet. Either way, so Nightshade, what I wanted to ask you was, what were you doing today at 10 a.m. when you got that message?
Nightshade had finished up breakfast maybe an hour ago and is checking out a few different screens at the same time of various cable news, keeping up with world event type things. She probably, when she got the little note, she would be looking for any kind of identifying details at all to maybe hit up a contact and see hey, does this sound familiar to you at all?
Well, all the message really is what was written, and it's spoken by a sort of a neutral, cool female voice. Essentially, you have been selected because you are an operator of exemplary talent and skill. Report to the following address at 2300. Come alone. We are waiting. So that's really all you got. There's no identifying mark, feature, or anything at all that would kind of indicate who this may be from.
Could I roll intelligence agencies to see if that's the standard operating procedure of any of the various agencies around?
You can roll that.
6 dice, please.
Oh, right, me. 3 hits.
Sorry, Voro.
No, it's fine.
3 hits. You kind of rack your head and you think, is this CIA? Is this NSA? Is this something overseas? But you really have no idea who would use something like this. It's actually kind of a little bit it makes you almost want to hit yourself in the head a little bit.
Okay.
Gives you the impression of someone maybe trying to act like one of those agencies.
All right, she'll not hit up her contacts and then just start meticulously picking out her gear and double, triple, quadruple checking it. She's a little bit anal retentive about things like that.
Okay. So at any rate, the time approaches around 11 p.m. What do you guys decide to do? How do you get there?
You want to take this in a particular order?
Really, it's just whoever is willing to volunteer. I mean, Rothgraw is going to run there because Rothgraw.
That's because Rothgraw does.
I volunteer.
My little children as he runs. Mommy, there's a giant in the street. Don't look.
Rothgraw. I almost thought about it.
The meat is in the barns, isn't it?
Do you really-
Yes, it's in Renton, but in a not particularly good area of Renton, and it's in just if you were to look it up, just like an open parking
Oh,
It's
that's
empty most of the
perfect.
time.
So so Rothgar doesn't have to run across the bridges. That's fantastic because he lives in the wilderness in the Barrens. He has a wilderness home, so he just runs across the Barrens. And when anyone looks at him, he goes "Rrrr," and keeps running.
Is he bringing all his gear with him?
Yeah, he's running in an armored jacket, and he has two 2 meter tall shields on his back, like in a cross formation. He's got a pole arm and 4 javelins, and they're all like sticking out over top of him. And so he's 11 feet tall, and his claymore is 12 feet tall, and his pole arm is 14 feet tall, and they're all on his back sticking up in the air, and he's just running down the street with his like armored jacket flapping in the wind behind him.
Yep, not gonna get stopped by any cop.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
Yep. So when gangers look at him funny, he goes "Rrrr."
I feel like I was going to roll stuff, but I feel like you would not be molested off that basis. One, you probably got nothing but that on you. And I'm pretty sure anyone who looks at you is just going to be completely nonplussed at the whole situation.
Rothgar also has nasty vibe, so anyone who looks at him gets an uncanny feeling that he's evil and dangerous.
Okay, so all I'll say is at one point while you're running around, there's like a car, an Americar, that's kind of along your way, and people will start kind of peering out the window of it while driving away from you, and they appear to be snapping pictures of you.
Rothgar, if he sees the picture, he's just gonna be like, "Don't judge me!" And he like runs at them for a moment before turning back on his path.
They're immediately gonna speed into high gear and just start booking it out of there.
I think we have a dice roller.
Rothgar is going to let a single... Yes, we do. Rothgar is going to let a single tear roll down his face. And he's going to continue on his way to...
Oh, there we go. Rolling's back. Great.
Awesome.
Cool.
If you ever need it, Rothgar, I know of an excellent therapist for Shadowrunners.
Perfect.
So I would like Rothgraw to roll me a composure check.
Composure. So it's gonna where is this composure check? There it is. Rothgar crush composure check. Rothgar
okay, you for a moment you feel the urge to chase after this car, screaming incoherently at it, but after about another 10 seconds, you master yourself and you realize that you probably want to get paid too.
God, that silly berserker power. He just goes nuts and just kills a family of people taking pictures of him in the Barrens. This is why Rothgar has bad reputations. Bad reputation because he moved
I need to compose myself.
Don't worry, you'll get
too anyway. But
straight along.
Gray, what's up with Gray?
With the meat being in the Barrens, Gray will drag both of his duffels out to the car. It's not actually an SKB Concordat. It is a GMC Cadillac Nocturne with the stats of a Concordat, and will actually set up one of the crawlers in the back seat so that it can move and shoot if he does have someone stupid enough to try molesting him. And then he will drive out, jumped in completely legally out until he reaches the Barrens, and then going as fast as he possibly can to avoid trouble.
All right.
The real question is,
good.
does he drive by Rothgar?
I would be coming from Snohomish, so probably not.
No, you wouldn't. Sturgeon.
Sorry, Everett.
How does Sturgeon get there?
First, I need to sneak out of my house.
Okay, roll me a sneak check.
I successfully sneak out of my own home.
Well, I got to roll perception check. How smart would you say your sister is?
4. And so also she's awakened adept, so if you want to add any perception powers, you may.
I'm debating if I should edge it.
That's fine if you do.
It's good. Get out.
I wanted to fail, actually.
Okay, I'm going to edge that. because, she is an adept, and she doesn't want you sneaking out of the house. Okay, she hits 7. Defender wins. So you kind of hear a creak behind you, and almost like the sound of water flowing, but you successfully sneak out of your house.
Excellent. Yep, I have a... What is the name of that vehicle? The fucking motorcycle. God damn it.
The Mirage.
Thank you. Yep, I have a Mirage. I have a armored bag full of crap.
Okay, I need you to roll to see if you can... I'm trying to think of what this would be. I'll call it another sneak check. I need you to roll to see if you can start your Mirage and get out of there without her hearing. Sturgeon is a sneaky, sneaky guy, but I'm going to give her a +4 because it's a bike.
Yep, that's fine.
Oh, you're good. Actually...
She glitch?
Nope, close.
2 away.
I'm scot-free.
So you kind of just pick up your bike because you know how loud this thing can be, and you kind of just hold it and start running with it while you're holding your bike, trying to be as quiet as possible while you're holding your bike in 2 hands because cybered people can do that. Successfully take your bike out of the garage, run sort of 2 blocks down, and then start it up and get out of there.
Love it.
I just love what that looks like. If you're just some just a fly on the wall, some guy creeps out of his house, picks up his bike, runs away, like hee. Sorry.
Well, if he started in the garage, he'd hear it for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I live in the Barrens. I can't remember which place I thought I was gonna live.
Okay, I want you to roll me your edge.
Okay. Also, take into account he has bad rep, so if someone wants to fuck with me, bring it on.
Okay, no, it's just, your drive is just relatively uneventful. At one point, you do see what appears to be a Ford Americar kind of speeding in the other direction away from you, and it appears to be going very quickly, but you're not sure what to make of it.
Those people seem terrified.
Oh, now I wish Rothgraw had failed because you'd see Rothgraw just running down the street after it, all 4 arms swinging.
Okay, Wolfgate, how do you get there?
I am walking. I live in the Barrens, so it shouldn't take that long.
Okay, you're walking through the Barrens. What part of the Barrens do you live in? Because this is somewhat relevant.
Not decided, but it is a dangerous area.
Well, here, I'll give you kind of the thing. There's different dangers in the Barrens. There's like sort of the lower part of Renton, which is kind of ugly, but maybe not quite full Barrens. You've got Puyup, which is like really far away and isolated, but dangerous Barrens. Dangerous because it's isolated. And then you have Auburn, which is kind of like where all the gangs are and where it's actually dangerous because it's filled with people. So I'll just say, roll me your edge because you're walking.
You see that
Okay,
roll?
1 edge. You start moving away from your house, and while you get a couple of bad looks from some gangers around, perhaps they've heard of your reputation, or the locals have dealt with the fact that you probably cracked skulls in the bars more than once. You are pretty much unmolested, almost certainly, I'm guessing.
Well, presuming that I have been molested at some point, I am vindictive, so I would probably have beat some people up just for doing that.
Yeah.
So it's very possible that I have.
No, I mean like unmolested. It just means like no one attacked you.
Yeah. I'm just talking about if I had been molested in the past, I would probably have beaten those people up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Okay, Nightshade, how do you get there?
Nightshade has the Suzuki Mirage with a smuggling compartment, and she stuffs a big duffel bag into it and tears ass out of her safe house. She's in Bellevue, I believe. She has high lifestyle.
Okay, so I need you to roll me a navigation check.
Does a map soft help?
Yes, it would. Add the rating of your maps off to your check.
Huh, it doesn't have a rating on it.
Oh, maps off just bumps the
well, then-
limit by 1.
Oh, well, in that case, you know what? It is Seattle. Do you have any knowledge of Seattle?
No, I do not. She's a semi-recent transplant.
Okay, then just roll me your navigation. If you have to default, I believe it is intuition.
Cool.
Is in fact intuition.
Yep.
Huzzah.
Okay, so you kind of just stare at your maps off for a little bit. Strangely enough, that particular area doesn't seem to be covered much by the maps off, kind of because people probably don't ever want to go there, but eventually you're able to at least kind of figure out a route simply because you kind of look at it and you're like, oh, well, you know, this Fat Stanley's is over here, and there's a, one of the Aztechnology shops over here, Stuffer Shacks. So you just know it's near that Stuffer Shack. So you
She grins when she
drive on
realizes
down.
how sketchy all this is.
Yeah, you do get a few looks as you're driving through, though. As an operator, you'd know to be going pretty quick because you have a nice car and you're in a bad neighborhood, and nice cars in bad neighborhoods don't tend to stay nice cars for long.
She doesn't stop.
So yeah.
Ghetto Olympics.
So you and Sturgeon and Gray will arrive first. You'll arrive at kind of like an empty-looking parking lot, and there appears to be a very large limousine in the middle of it. What do you do?
Gray will come to a stop, look around for anything suspicious with his complete sensor suite. Sorry, it's been a while since I've played him.
Okay, so what does that do exactly? Because sensors are something that are a little new to me, since not many riggers.
Basically a perception check with any technological sense you can think of.
Okay, and does he keep all of those?
He does, in fact, narrowly keep all of those.
Okay. Hey.
Sorry, he keeps 6.
Would something like RPC or stuff like that factor into these sensors?
The visual spectrum, yes, but not anything else, because RPC is strictly visual.
Okay.
Concealment power of spirits would apply to everything on it.
Understood. No spirits here, though.
Well, that's good to notice. Those have given him troubles in the past.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Your sensor readings come out pretty clear. You're good.
Okay. Then I will hop out the crawler, get out of Hot Sim, and navigate it and myself, along with one duffel bag, in AR over to the limo. And if the door doesn't open when I walk up, like I half expect it to, I will knock gently on the window.
The door opens, and you just hear a female voice coming from inside. Please enter the vehicle, operator.
I will enter the vehicle and send the crawler back to... I'll actually have it jump up on top of my Nocturne.
Okay. As you step into the limousine, it's very capacious inside. It's about it's only about it's a car, so it's only about still 6 or 7 feet high. But there's a jacuzzi in there. There appears to be a wine bar. There's some soft music playing. You can't see anyone else in there. Just appears to be a number of seats, and it looks like it could fit at least 10 people in this particular section of the car. How knowledgeable is Gray of vehicles?
As knowledgeable as he is in anything else.
Give me a roll then.
Okay.
Uh, 4. You can't determine the exact make and model of this car, but you do determine that it is worth at least close to $250,000, if not more. Looks like it's very heavily up armored as well. While this thing looks like a very large, sleek stretch limo, it could probably take a direct RPG blast and still keep going.
Okay.
There's also the possibility of hidden gun mounts in it, though you'd need to look closer, or probably be rigged in to find those, because they would be cleverly concealed, but you have a feeling.
Okay.
All right. Well, when I stop, I will flip on my ultrasound and see if anything's hidden within 50 meters of myself, behind any walls and shit.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't remember what I rolled because I had not used my ultrasound in such a long time.
You can throw perception or electronic warfare.
Yeah.
Sensor operations applies for E-War.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just use perception.
You're limited by the rating.
Okay, yeah, it's rating 3.
Okay, I will roll.
Though if it's ultrasound, there's not a whole lot they can do to avoid it.
There are things you can do, such as just not being within 50 meters. If there's
Or be
there?
behind something.
I'm not implying anyone's there, guys. Anyway,
Sure.
so
Wink. Yeah, it's like that I feel that I'm relatively safe. I will approach the car as well. You said it was, how tall was the inside of this car?
enough that you could very spacious in the sense that you could probably almost stand up if you were about 5 to 5.5 feet. If you're sort of on the taller side, like you're pushing 6 feet, you wouldn't be able to, but it's very spacious.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm 6'10", so I just want to know if I
Thing's a stretch limo, but it has the dimensions closer to like a small truck.
Okay. Yep. So I tap on the glass. I guess I saw more approach and tap on the glass, so I do the same.
Yeah. The door just opens and you were let inside.
Oh, sweet. Do I see the woman on the call?
No. It appears that as you step in, it says "Welcome, operator," and it appears that it's some sort of automated voice, although very, very cleverly sort of mimicking close to normal vocal ranges.
Just my luck. Right then, I get inside and I see an old man.
Wearing Berwick with a duffel bag on his lap. He'll nod to you and look you up and down briefly before throwing you an AR that's just a DNI invite.
Yet you see a elf, obviously a ganger, with tattoos.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I don't have high notoriety. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
All right. I just sit down.
Okay. At about this time, Rothgraw arrives. Just comes running in from the opposite direction of where you guys came in from your cars.
I'm looking out the window and go, well, that's a weird sight. I somehow.
Okay, so I'm looking at what is basically a limo in a parking lot, right?
Yes.
Okay. I walk up to the hood of the limo and like tap my fist on the front, being like, "Work."
There's
one of these side doors will kind of open up as you tap on it, implying that you should go inside.
Rothgar looks at it and wonders if he fits.
It looks like you'll fit, but it'll be pretty tight.
Okay, Rothgar says, just a minute, and like he like unpacks like his shields and like sword and like freaking polearm, and like basically reorganizes them so he can like push those in and sit down with those on his lap. So there's like 12-foot polearm and claymore sticking through the whole place. Because if those are sticking off his back, they probably don't fit. And then like he just like spider arms his way in. Like he puts like one arm on the floor, one on the roof, one on the door, one on the couch, and like starts like just spider crawling in. He's like, sorry, 1 second. And you guys get like bumped and nudged a little bit as he like doesn't pay much attention to you until he sits down. Then he looks at you and goes, "Hi, I'm Rothgar."
Gray.
Hi. He puts his
come
hand out to
fish me.
speak.
And you too would get tossed an arrow that is just a DNI invite.
Okay. Rothgar pulls
It
out.
is nighttime now.
Yeah, I know. Rothgar pulls out his comlink and like activates it, and he still has one of his hands out. It's one of his bottom hands out, like offering a shake, and it's just sitting there.
Gray would move up in the limo because he had moved to the back and shake your hand before moving back.
Okay. Rothgar uses all of his agility to not crush your puny hand, and then sits back quietly and sends everyone a DNI, being like, "Anybody know anything about the job?"
Not yet.
Limousine.
So, Nightshade, you did arrive here earlier with the other two. What did you do?
When Nightshade arrived, she will have circled around slowly on her bike. She has photographic memory, so she'll memorize the plate and a description of the vehicle and anyone she saw walking around as well. After the first pass, she'll hop off her bike and pop the side panel off her motorcycle and grab her duffel, and then make her way over toward the vehicle with instructions for her bike to loiter for like 5 minutes before going home.
You're an 8 charisma elf, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
She gets halfway to the car and drops a glove, looks at it, gets down on one knee to pick it up, and then looks underneath the vehicle.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Rothgar doesn't care about puny bombs.
Kind of just peer under there a little bit, squint, but you don't notice anything too strange or out of the ordinary.
She knocks on one of the windows.
The door opens. Inside, it appears that there is a giant of some interesting origin that has kind of taken up the other end. And you see that 2 other occupants have sort of been squished to the other side. The person closest to you that you sort of look at as soon as you kind of bend down to look through appears to be an elf with ganger tattoos. Due to the fact that they've been shoved to one side of the car, you find that you're in fairly close proximity to him.
Well, hello, they're pretty.
Nightshade won't notice this until she's already inside because she's going to try and palm a stealth tag onto the door jamb on the way in.
Okay, roll me palming.
Who's covered in weapons?
Oh yeah, you just kind of, as you go in the car, your fingers just kind of slide, and it's done in one smooth motion.
When she sits down, she kind of like gazes left to right around the car, and when she lands on Rothgraw, from her gaze goes from sideways to like back, like smoothly, if like, whoa, what the hell did I get myself into?
Well, here's the thing: as you climb into the car, you actually find that you're kind of stuck on the other side, next to the one elf who just addressed you.
Fair enough.
Hello there.
Rothgar nods his head at you, and his spiky, rough skin scratches the headliner. And then he starts rubbing at it, trying to like undo the damage, because they have bark skin and really strong cellulite hair. So he's like pawing and like licking it. He's licking one of his 3 fingers and like rubbing it and trying to like undo the damage. And he's muttering to himself,
so.
"Oh shit!"
Nightshade says, "I don't think they'll have much to say about that big guy."
Looks back, he's like, maybe. And then
bigger limo.
And then Rothgar looks at the rigger, waiting for the other person to be added into DNI.
Yeah, I would toss you an ARL.
Rothgar just sends a DNI to you, being like, me and that little guy kill stuff, and the old guy does rigger stuff. What do you do?
I convince people that everything's okay and then shoot them in the face.
Sounds like good job for pretty lady.
I knew a guy like that. He was really good at that job.
Well, hopefully I'll be up to par.
Yeah, Rothgar looks around. He's like, anybody know how many of us were coming? He says that out loud.
No,
because there doesn't look like there's much more room in here.
As you say that, Wolfgate, you run into the parking lot and see this limousine and a couple cars sort of scattered around it.
Alright, I am going to be extremely suspicious, because this looks very suspicious. But I'm still going to walk up to the car, since I really need the money, and knock on the window.
The door kind of slides open, and you're greeted with the image of a giant. It appears that his arm is actually almost coming out of the car that you just opened, and you're kind of wondering perhaps how to get through there.
Alright,
is
this his left or
shield.
right arm?
His left, both his right arms are kind of just almost bulging out of there, and you can see the slight damage he's done to the, how would I say, cushions on the inside and the headliner.
Right, I am going to shake his hand awkwardly and try to squeeze past him.
Rothgar is gonna try to put 2 of his bottom hands on top of all the scabbards and stuff, because he's got these 2 big shields that are the size of the couch, and try to push them down so he can crawl over them. And he's like, "It's okay. You can just squeeze. It'll be fine."
Alright, 2 hits on gymnastics.
I was going to ask you to roll that. Yeah, you successfully managed to squeeze past Rothgar the whole time while you're kind of confronted with the image of this giant attempting to smile at you, but it only serves to make you more uneasy.
You'd notice that Rothgar smells amazing because he spends a lot of money on cologne. I forgot that I upped him to middle lifestyle because I wanted him to have lots of fancy cologne.
I'm trying, guys.
I love USC.
Trying to function. I'm trying.
Don't worry, you'll stop functioning eventually.
It's the image of it, of just these 4 people in this car. They're all runners, and then you have this giant with just he's kind of putting his arms around all of them by necessity. And meanwhile, you've got one runner in the corner who's attempting to hit on the other, but it's kind of hard when there's a 12-foot giant nearby.
That's not going to stop him, though.
And actually, if you notice, when Sturgeon put his arm around Nightshade, Rothgar growled and then scowled at him.
Oh, I actually missed when that happened.
Awesome. So what's next, Mr.
GM? At this point, all the doors on the car kind of close. And you hear a voice from inside. Please strap in. And you kind of see seatbelts just materialize, sort of just push out from the cushions, implying you should put them on.
Rothgar looks.
It doesn't appear to be a Rothgar-sized one.
Yeah, Rothgar has one materialize in the middle of his back and one materials on either side. So he just grabs them and ties them into a crude knot.
I have to be right back. I apologize.
So I'm gonna use 3 different pairs of seatbelts to crudely strap myself in.
Yeah.
And then he looks up at the rest of you and he's like, this isn't gonna hold me if we're in a crash. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't think so, buddy.
Remember to dodge. And he puts his hands on top of his giant fucking sword and he's like, I can hold this.
I'm also concerned about the javelins and the other knives, and that shield could probably knock someone's head off.
Oh, that conversation was public, Wolfgate.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I mean the DNI conversation you're having.
Oh, that one.
And they're still
okay.
getting very suspicious because he hasn't been invited to a DNI yet.
No worries, Gray. Oh, that's because Voro left in real life. Gray would always
He'll
add.
be back
alright,
soon.
true.
We'll assume
So-
confidence that he sent you one.
So,
Yeah, Gray would.
as you guys sort of look at this motley assembly, a holographic picture of a woman appears. She appears to be dressed in mil-spec quality gear, holding an assault rifle in one hand. However, the center of the mil-spec armor, where her chest would normally be, has been removed, so it kind of reveals her bust quite readily. If any of you have any military knowledge, you're going to be looking at this and kind of questioning why would you buy expensive armor like this and then essentially defeat the purpose of wearing it. She's couching a helmet in the other hand with her left arm and holding an assault rifle up in her right. And her voice goes through somewhat smooth and robotically. So I take it you've all arrived then.
Yes, we're in the death trap of a limo.
Yes.
She just keeps going. She just keeps going. So, operators, your mission is simple. Should you choose to accept it, you will be paid the sum of 16,000 nuyen upon completion. Are these terms acceptable? Yes? No?
What terms?
The message appears to just repeat itself. You will be paid 16,000 nuyen upon completion of your mission should you choose to accept it. Are these terms acceptable? Yes? No?
Probably.
Okay, is there any kind of relevant knowledge to figure out what the hell is going on? Because I probably have the relevant knowledge skill, but yeah.
Relevant knowledge skill. Well, what would you think would be applicable? There is a minibar Rothgraw. And the person standing there holding the assault rifle in the one hand, her helmet couch in the other, and the amply sized bosom in the mil-spec armor is still kind of standing there. Every so often, she'll repeat the message.
Shadow community personalities, because this group obviously has a lot of personality, for the lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Alternatively, trids, because
You can roll
obviously
me
they watch
trids.
too many trids.
Roll me trids. So what
Okay.
actually suggested trids? Roll that.
Would this be a flat vid adaptation?
This
Oh god, your guy's old.
Yes.
would not be a
Very
flat fit
nice.
adaptation.
Okay.
But
that case-
you might have heard of it from a flat fit adaptation, so add that
Okay.
specialization.
I will edge this. Because
Okay,
edging
6
knowledge
successes.
checks.
Well, when you were a bit of a younger guy, Gray, you remember that, occasionally, I don't imagine, would you say that Gray was a very studious guy
Gray was pretty
when he was
studious.
younger? Or that he did, was he more of a nerdy type, or would you say he was athletic? How would you describe his hobbies?
He spent his younger life going into CorpSec, but he was on the very nerdy side of CorpSec. Like, he was in decent shape, but in his spare time, he did nerd stuff.
You remember this holovid quite clearly, in fact. It was just kind of scratching at the back of your head, even the idea of the limo. You think you might have seen this from some sort of video game. Roll me a memory check.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I'll edge that because
Or is-
reasons.
Yeah. Do you want to know? Okay, this is from the very first edition of Action sniper that ever came out. At first, it was an AR game, but it was one of the first games that they sort of turned into a sim/hot sim game. That was sort of the secondary character to the protagonist, which was supposed to be the player. It was a shooting game.
I would DNI the team that we appear to be part of some reproduction of a old first-person shooter game.
Rothgar looks at
Action
the
Sniper's not old. It's actually, there's like Action Sniper 12 now. It's just kept going.
Okay, so it's not horribly old. It's like, what, 2050s?
It's still around now. They just keep making a new one every 2 years.
Rothgar
Then
looks at the
I
lady.
would just say that.
Rothgar looks at the hologram lady and goes, "Are you going to use Rothgar for entertainment?"
The hologram simply repeats the previous message. Simply, should you choose to accept this mission, you will be paid 16,000 nuyen. Are these terms acceptable?
Yes.
Yeah, we're not gonna get much out of this. Yep, let's go.
So Sturgeon agrees. Rothgar agrees. As both of you agree, you hear a slight click and a ding on the center of the table. Because you guys are basically in sort of like a wide, almost semicircular pattern, and this is coming out of a table in the center, like a holographic image.
All right. Rothgar tries to extricate his feet from that location and waits for the table to appear.
Nightshade clears her throat and then just very clearly says 20.
Roll me your negotiation at a negative.
And 8. Rothgar looks at you and in like vocal he says, 21. Oh, yes. What she said.
Roll
I
me
like your
negotiation
style,
at
big
negative.
man.
What? What were you saying, Mr. GM?
I said, roll me your negotiation at a negative 8.
Can I teamwork?
Yes, you can.
Yes!
Booyah.
And actually, make it a negative 6 because Gray did tell you something about it.
Nope.
Awesome. You get 1 extra from Rothgar's grunting. I just hope I get to throw a javelin this game.
I'm just gonna roll purely because I'm an elf.
Okay, 2.
Not the greatest.
This, we would be pleased to offer you perhaps 17,000 each, but no more.
Rothgar claps both sets of hands. There we go.
Can you do that? Can you do that in sync?
He looks at you. He's like, yeah, and he smiles.
The figure appears to put its helmet on and raises its rifle and then says, "Do you find this terms agreeable? 17,000."
Nightshade feels like that's the best she's going to get, so she nods.
The doors in the limousine close, and then you hear a response, "Please strap in."
Nightshade does not strap in.
Living dangerously. I strap
Okay.
it because I like to live.
Okay,
Gray,
so now that you've all agreed,
I will scold you by not wearing a seatbelt. Because that's
okay. The limousine begins to move, and you start leaving. The windows are completely blacked out, and you cannot see what's going on outside. About a couple minutes pass, at which point, those of you wearing the straps, you notice that whereas before they were loose, now they appear to have tightened almost electronically, and you find yourself unable to move.
Rothgar looks down at the straps. Could they tighten when he just like tied together like 4 or 5 different pairs?
Maybe, but poorly.
Okay. He looks
At
down
any
and
rate,
he's like,
can everyone give me an auditory check?
Ah, okay. I'm the master of hearing.
Comparatively speaking, I am not.
Okay. None of you hear anything. And about another few seconds pass. Everyone take 15 stun damage.
Ah.
Resist with any chemical resistance you have and your body.
okay. Where is it? I know I have chem resistance on here somewhere.
Okay. And at this point, since I realize I'm under the effect of something, I am going to take a course of action.
Go for it.
I'm going to go into Hot Sim, and I am going to shoot out the back window with my drone that is in my car that is following us.
You can do that.
Okay.
I only took 9 stuns,
roll
so
your
I'm
drone.
conscious.
Okay, Rothgraw, you are still conscious. Sturgeon, you took 11 stun unless you edged that. Did you edge
I
that?
did. I got.
Okay, you took 8 stun. Wolfgate, great. You critically glitched. You're just out. Doesn't even really take effect. You're just gone. Gray. What did Gray roll?
I got 9 successes. I took 6 stun. I'm conscious.
Okay, so yeah, roll me to shoot the back of the car out.
Since I can't jump in, I only throw that many dice, and I'm edging this. And
You do that.
that is going to be... Christ. I can keep all of those narrowly. And that will be...
Would you subtract any dice for being wounded?
I would truncate 2.
Okay, so you're still good because you still. So what kind of gun is firing?
A HK Urban Combat, and that is going to be 19p AP -1.
Okay, let me pull up some stats quickly and we'll roll it out.
Yes, I am in fact still conscious.
I don't know why I tipped as a DNI. That was clearly out. Okay, so you're DNIing me?
Yeah. Well, I did it because Dagon was talking.
Yeah, no worries.
When you say
Rothgar is standing up and grabbing his shields. He's just going to stand up.
As you start to get up, I pull out a high explosive grenade. Time to blow up the
Oh
fucking plant.
god! Oh god! I'm scared now. Anyway, let me figure out this thing. Okay.
They're probably bulletproof. But I'm going to shoot
yeah,
the back
it would
window. I plan on chucking a
roll.
grenade at it.
So it has, what is your AP value?
-1.
Okay. What is the damage?
19.
19 total. So it's going to auto soak 7
It doesn't
of that.
have hardened armor. Unless you're giving it hardened armor because it's a tank, but even Roadmasters don't have hardened armor.
It's a car. The Roadmasters do, don't they? All vehicles roll 1/2. So
it's
auto soak, don't
different.
they?
If it's less than their modified armor, they don't take damage, but they do not get the automatic hits.
Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, I am going to say it's hardened because that was the intention originally. My apologies.
Okay.
So it will
It's a
auto
big
soak
fancy
8 of
car,
that,
makes
and then it will go. Like I was describing how huge it was. And then I will roll 29. That is incorrect because I didn't do the greater than 5. I'll just re-roll it because I don't want to count.
Thanks for scrubs.
Your shot is just soaked. You kind of hear a ping and a slight crack on the back of the glass, but it still appears to be functioning.
Okay.
Okay.
Rothgraw.
You can now take 1 action each, and then you will take another 15 stun.
I
You can
yell
also
to
roll me
Rothgraw.
knowledge to see what might be happening to you.
What would be good here? I have things like security design, security companies, and underworld assassination.
Do you have security tactics?
No.
I have security tactics.
I also need Rothgraw to roll me a composure check. Roll me security tactics, or roll me weapons if you have that. Rothgraw, you are composed.
Okay. That doesn't change much what I'm doing. It just makes it slightly more controlled.
Yeah.
Is Nightshade still conscious?
No, I shouldn't be.
Uh,
I only rolled. I got no successes on 3 body dice, so
Yeah.
Right,
nap time.
I
You're
yell
not
to
done.
Rothgraw, saying, "Can you please get in front of this and, well, get between us and this?" And I take out my high explosive grenade and chuck it out the back window.
Oh,
Are
that's-
you sure you want to do that?
it has bounce. Like when we're in an enclosed area, it'll bounce like 5 or 6
You'll
times.
kill yourself if you do that.
Because
I
of the
mean, if
bounce
there's-
rules.
There's
charge.
what?
the only way that works is if Rothgraw takes all the damage.
I mean, I can still pretty well.
Yeah, but then Rothgraw is taking all the damage and nothing else is taking damage, so there's no point.
Will the bounce back? Like, because if it's between me and the back wall, will it bounce? It'll bounce around inside that space, but it won't bounce
Yeah.
around in the whole captivity.
My grenades have gecko.
What I would say is that if you did throw it, I know you're throwing it at the back window, so the back window does slope a little bit, which might direct the charge, but a large part of it would certainly backblast on you guys. And there are people who are unconscious. So
Yeah, who can't dodge. Before he does that, Rothgar is going to stand up.
okay.
That's his attack. He's standing
You
up.
try
with
to
his neighbors.
you kind of try to stand up and raise your claymore, and it's just like very cluttered and cramped and whatnot. But
I'm attacking
okay.
the ceiling.
yeah. So do you want to roll me to hit the ceiling?
Yes. I'm just cleaving the ceiling as I step through it. Or trying to. Okay. So I roll my blades.
Yes.
Okay, and my specialty in huge fucking blades works for my claymore. All
Best
right.
specialty.
The ceiling needs to soak 24p minus 5 AP.
Oh my god, that's 24p minus 5. Okay, so it auto soaks 5 of that. So we're down to 19p, and I will roll. Okay, so
Is Rothgar
kinda
now
take
from
your
the waist
sword.
up standing outside?
you kind of take your sword and just go, "Arr!" You kind of shove it through the ceiling of this car, and you kind of start tearing at it like it's some kind of can opener, and you can hear like the squeal of steel parting under just your sheer strength, and you're just kind of roaring while you do it, "Arr!" But in a kind of a controld way, at the very
Yeah.
least.
Yep. It would actually be taking
Rothgar
more
must open. Arr!
Rothgar need breathing.
Yeah.
Do I extricate my upper body from the car?
Not yet, because you're still kind of parting it open.
Okay.
But you're basically tearing your way out.
Okay.
So you won't be out this turn. You would be out next turn.
Oh, that's fine.
Is it big enough hole for someone smaller than Rothgar to get through?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to like drop down into the seat and just like hold out the shield so like Sturgeon can run up it.
Sturgeon, give me a gymnastics check.
Bring it on. Oh, I got a -2, unfortunately. Whatever will I do?
You're also going to be at a -2 because it's so cramped.
That's fine.
You're still good. You still got through. Yeah, you kind of climb up Rothgar to freedom as you like start to exit this hefty car.
Also, my auto injector went off. I get the slapstick back.
You stimpacked?
Yeah, I thought I had the
Stimpatch?
auto injector.
Okay, so that goes off. Now I need you all to take, who are all still up, I need you all to take 15 stun again.
No, not possible.
Or I'm going to use my ass edge on that.
Can I use the free action I didn't use the last time to use my stim patch?
You can totally do that.
Okay, I'm going to
Stims.
stim patch.
Gray's
Back
stim
to that.
patch kicks in.
Can you
Damn.
wait? Can you go out? Can you go out from stun when you stim patch?
Yes, if you take the stun up again.
If you take it up again, you can. So
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter then. Anyway,
you still pass
doesn't-
out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because I soak 6, but I still take 9, so I
Yeah.
would be at 13. So
Did I get the car? in time?
Understandable. You would still take the stun this turn. Next turn, you would not have.
Damn it. All right. Yeah.
so
I
is he like hanging out of the hole in the ceiling with like just his legs stuck back in?
So did you get? Did you kind of get?
I got knocked all the way down to 10.
Okay. So 10 is that your limit? Like, are you?
Yeah. No, I don't have. I don't
Okay.
have-
So you try to climb out of this car that was peeled apart by Rothgraw, and as you're climbing up, your vision just starts to blacken a little bit, and you're like, "Damn it, I have to keep going." And you kind of get 2 hands out, and I would like you to give me a perception check.
Visual or hearing?
Visual.
I just picture
Keep your
like his
negative
legs
modifiers in
dangling
mind.
back in while he's unconscious.
Son of a bitch. Why not healing? Oh, never mind.
3. That's enough. You look ahead, and you're the last thing you see is just what appears to be a helicopter above you, and there was a man holding a rifle pointing it at you as you pass out.
Well, I'm gonna kill someone.
So is he passed out with like his upper body out of the hole and his lower body, his legs just dangling
Yes.
around, kicking Rothgar
Yes,
in
he
the
does.
face?
He's kind of climbing out, like his upper body's out, and then he just kind of passes out on top
No,
of
I
it.
think
Goes
I
limp.
would be. Yeah, I would be still be standing on the floor because I'm 6'10".
Yeah.
Well, the floor is higher because Rothgar put his shield there. So
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So, there are a series of things that I'm going to do, and I am spending my last point of edge to blitz in order to have the initiative to do these things.
Okay.
I'm going to drop out of Hot Sim. Is there an elf in the way of the hole in the ceiling?
Yes, Sturgeon is currently crawling through there.
Okay, then I am going... Is he actually crawling through, or is he unconscious
He's
at
limp.
this point?
He's limp, but he's like he fell limp with half of his body still above the car.
Is there any conceivable way for me to crawl past?
You'd have to move his body.
Then I will move his body.
Okay. Roll me a strength plus body check. You will be resisted by his strength and body.
Then I will
Because
burn
he's a dead
edge.
body. You sure?
Yes.
Dude, like,
Because if I stay in this limo, I am dead.
I will... Maybe have common sense?
Nope.
Like perk?
I have stim patches set to go, and I'm going to be in neurostun, presumably at least until those wear off. That will not only kill the rest of the team, that will kill me.
they can
when
vent
they wear
roll me,
off.
roll me
They can
your
vent the
logic
place.
plus intuition.
because you made that knowledge check earlier.
Yeah, so roll me that logic plus intuition.
Done.
5. Okay. It occurs to you that if people were being elaborate enough to capture you in such a way, they would not kill you. They could just kill you with a sniper rifle round or a bomb in the car. They didn't have to use neurostun. They could have just been a bomb.
Okay.
I now regret that I didn't take synthetic immunity.
Like
It
you've
doesn't
seen a
work
lot of
that
stuff
way.
in your days, and you've considered a lot of things, and it occurs to you, I know it's neurostun. Why would they use neurostun if they want it? Why would they kill me if they're using neurostun? It also occurs to you that the car could have the vents necessary to immediately waft the gas once they detected that everyone was unconscious.
I love that Rothgar's just sitting there unconscious with feet in his way. Awesome. So,
In that case, I will lay in
I will break character very quietly to say, no, I don't intend to kill all of you.
No, but I tend to kill everyone that just did this to me.
I am very pleased
Neurostun
with
immunity
how-
wouldn't save you. It would just give you a
Let's try to
turn
fight
before
it,
you
though.
take the effect. Then I will do Two things. I will turn off my auto injector, and I will drop a stealth tag and lay in a command for it to be recorded what path it takes.
That's a good idea.
That's a very good idea.
This is in addition to the normal tags I keep on my person, in my armor, and etc.
That's actually great, because then if we're trapped somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
Awesome. And I'll wave my car off, because, yeah. And then presumably other people, if conscious, will act, and then I'll have to soak a bunch more stun.
Yeah. So, Gray, if that is your final decision, you are still welcome to burn the edge, though, if you would
No, I
like
won't.
to do that. Okay. Just that whenever people burn edge, I feel the need to be like, plot device. Anyway, yeah. So you kind of climb up and you try to sort of yank Sturgeon past, but he's a bit of a burly elf compared to you, and you just kind of look up and you see this parted car, and you see like kind of a little bit of stream of light kind of fall down and hit you in the head, and then you kind of curse inwardly and pass out. This concludes the Johnson meet.
Rothgraw, kill limo.
You did wreck a limo worth close to $500,000. So
I didn't wreck it. I just ripped a hole in the ceiling. I got Rothgraw.
I can't believe I took just enough stun to take me out. I was just so pissed.
Awesome. So what's next? Where do we wake up?
Is this more than an hour later?
Uh,
Yeah, sure.
Well, we can also get medical treatment.
as you guys wake up, the first thing all of you notice as you kind of pat yourself is you're all in good condition. In fact, you're fully healed,
That's
and you appear to be
way more
wearing heavy
distressing.
armor. You appear to be wearing heavy armor. In fact, you're wearing full body armor.
This is fucking awesome.
I swear to God, if I'm in another video game, I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
With a helmet on your head.
I swear to God, if I'm in another fucking video game.
Rothgraw looks for his shields.
Oh God, I didn't know you were in the last one. This
No,
is
I was
great.
in a one by not Bob.
Yeah, this one's a
Rothgar-
little. I'm not gonna say yes or no. I'm only gonna face palm slightly.
No, the second he said he recognized video game, I'm like, fuck, this again.
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna kill the person this time.
Does Rothgar have his normal shields, or does he have like matching shields to his new armor?
You have matching shields, and you have a claymore as well. It's just kind of waiting by you, but it looks different from your old claymore. It's like a black steel claymore, and it's kind of a little bit square.
Rothgar's gonna look and be
Shape
like,
and
"What
oversized.
have they done to Bessie?" And go
If
over
you
and
kind
like
of
peep at it.
if you kind of touch your face, you'll feel this sort of strange powder on your face.
God.
Is it nighttime, by the way?
It is. You can't really tell what. Do any of you have perfect time?
Well, more accurately, is it dark in my armor?
It's dark in your armor, and
Okay, I am glowing pink. Does the powder prevent me from glowing pink? If you guys look into
No,
the
it does
back of my
not.
armor, there is a pink glowing giant in the armor.
Please.
No, it does. It does not prevent you from going pink.
All
It
right.
appears that you've woken up next to a heavy truck in a dumpster. All of you are wearing heavy body armor. Sturgeon, you as you check your gear, you find that you are carrying a combat knife, as well as an Ares Alpha
Oh God.
brand assault rifle.
Can I have an SBD instead? Because I'm not well with fucking assault rifles.
An SVD.
It's a sniper rifle.
You know what? You kind of look at it for a second and glance at it, and you realize that this is actually Nightshade's weapon. And there appears to be right in front of you laying a Barrett sniper rifle.
Okay, even better. That's his dream gun.
Before you describe Gray, I'll give you a little bit of information. He has sensor tags embedded in his armor and a camera and a microphone normally. Does he still have those in
No,
the
he does
armor he
not.
currently has? Okay.
No, he doesn't. What you do have, they look like fairly standard sets of armor, and you can't quite tell what's on them, at least from a cursory glance. In your case, your 2 drones are still with you.
Oh, lovely. They got into my car. Okay. I guess it's a good thing I didn't have my car set to do anything reckless if someone tried to get into it forcibly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And finally, Wolfgate, you find what appears to be a heavy steel baton next to you, as well as an assault rifle that is an Ares
Does
Alpha.
Wolfgate beat people with batons? That's amazing.
Actually, I usually use a sword, but I am very good at using just about anything that I can get my hands on.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. You also find a combat knife in your belt, and you guys can see that you do have several grenades. If you do a kit check, pretty much just ask me if you have it, and I'll tell you. But essentially, you guys appear to be kitted out to go out for a fight.
Do I have my javelins? Are they in the same black metal as the
Yes,
broadsword?
you do, and they're in the same black metal as the broadsword. And on the side of the broadsword reads Horizon Corp.
Awesome. And what about my shields? Because I have my big red shield, my big blue shield.
One of them reads HOR, and the other reads IZON.
So if I slam them together Hulk style, they say Horizon.
Yes.
Awesome. I fist bump myself.
Do I have the ammo I had loaded in prior in my 2 crawlers?
It is XX ammo.
250 rounds then?
About 300 rounds.
Oh, okay.
Everyone who checks their ammo notices that the only ammo they were given was XX.
Okay. Other question is, do they just have the crawlers, or do they have the rest of the 2 duffel bags, which would be a smart platform shotgun and smart platform alpha?
No, they do not. However, you do have an MCT fly spy.
Okay, that I have suspiciously been tagged as owner of.
Yes.
If all our ammo is XX, is Rothgar's javelins XX?
Rothar's javelins have XX tips
Yes!
Awesome.
on them.
Yes. Explosive javelins that he can throw 300 meters.
As you get up, particularly Gray, you see an image scroll across your screen, and it says PTAC online, and displays the vitals of all your teammates, as well as your drones.
Oh god, what level?
It is a level 2 PTAC.
God damn.
Sweet Mary of awesome.
I'm going to horribly murder whoever did this to me.
Yeah, me too, but I'm going to take advantage of the toys while I have them.
If anyone notices Rothgar glowing in his helmet, he is smiling gleefully.
Yeah, I'm going to give you your tokens quickly, because I'm an idiot and I forgot that.
No worries.
So everyone has +2 to all perception tests. They have +1 to all sneaking tests. And they also have +1 to a single skill of their choice, a combat skill, a weapon skill specifically.
Well, that's going to be sniper rifles.
And you can swap as a simple action. Also, I can do a bunch of very nice things with initiative.
Also, we're all Space Marines now. Sweet.
Yes, there is one minor issue. I look around, I get the sense of the room. I have an idea of what is going on. And I look at Rothgraw. Rothgraw, have you ever given a piggyback ride to an unconscious man?
Oh, yeah.
You mind doing it again?
Sure. And he leans down next to you, and like he's got this big heavy armor on. And he's like, "Somebody tie the old man on."
Um, and the old man will actually do this himself. He'll get on and manage to settle himself however would work best, and then will lock his armor in place, and then we'll drop into hot sim, and will remain in hot sim for the rest of this time, barring difficulties.
Rothgar says, "Let's do this!" And
also, for simplicity, could I simply have one of the crawlers, because neither of them have auto softs yet?
Okay. Oh, yeah, no problem. You can just choose to leave one.
Just so you know,
Okay.
Mr.
One
GM,
here. Give me a perception check.
Rothgar's casual weight that he can carry without like just naturally is 500 kilos. It's just over 500 kilos. So
Did you ever name your crawlers?
Yes, I think.
What were their names?
No, I did not. Ava and Uma.
Ava and Uma. You kind of look at these two crawlers, and the steel seems very new on them. They seem freshly manufactured, which is strange because it's such an old model. But yeah, these aren't your crawlers. They just look like them.
Okay. Well, that's at least vaguely comforting. Do they happen to have the same loadout as I used to have? Also, do I have any psyche?
No, you don't have any drugs on you.
Okay.
The only one who has drugs on them is Rothgraw. You do have 4 hits of kamikaze on you.
Yes.
I don't have Ram or my other drugs like Jazz.
No, but you can take. Oh, yeah, you can take a Jazz from Rothgraw. He has one of those too. In fact,
I guess they realized Rothgar likes to fight on
I'm
drugs.
thinking about
They
setting
figured
you up. The whole concept is winners don't do drugs, but you know.
Psyche's a perfectly legal street drug.
Dude, they're all
But
legal
winners don't
military
do
stimulants.
drugs.
They're all legal military stimulants. The ones that I
Yeah,
use.
so you have them.
Yeah.
You do have them, yes.
I don't do drugs. I mean, I have Zen grenades, but those are party grenades.
I'm new, guys, and I totally put the tokens on the map layer, so I'm busy fixing that quickly. Anyway, what do you guys do?
You can just drag and select all of them and just copy.
So,
Oh, geez, I just moved the map.
Sturgeon thinks he looks like an idiot. And is it heavy military mil spec?
This isn't heavy mil spec. This is just heavy body armor. Like, it's just body armor.
Okay, never mind.
It's FBA, right?
It's FBA, yeah. You'd think I'd give you mil spec.
What? I don't know why I thought that then. Never mind.
Yeah, it's I called it heavy armor, but it's just
the run
it's just
reward is
full
FBA.
Rothgraw, on the other hand, his armor looks a little bit different from yours. In fact, it's a little bit more almost stormtrooper-ish, a little bit heavier in appearance. You're wearing heavy sec armor, Rothgar.
Yeah. And there's like a tiny little rigger strapped to the small of my back, like a tiny backpack.
Yeah, it does have gear access, so you just kind of fit him on one of your sort of gun racks that would be on the thing.
Awesome.
He's just hanging from there.
He's hanging on the shield rack on the back. Awesome.
Correct.
Yeah, I just fiddle with the Barrett and go, well, at least one good thing came out of this.
So, what do you guys do?
Jump into one of the drones. And actually, I'll jump into the fly spy and start sending it ahead.
Does a person just know that they're in like virtual reality, or do they have to roll something?
They would know if they were in it.
Am I in virtual reality?
Unless it's a UV host, right?
You don't appear to be in virtual reality.
Unless it's a UV host, but those are even rarer than in previous editions. Something about most of them getting blown up by days. I let the team know that I'm going to scout around with the fly spy that I have been conveniently provided.
Okay, well, I will just straight up reveal everything at this
Okay.
point. Because it's kind of like... So you kind of come upon this image of sort of a street. There are a number of cars there, and you can see a bunch of soldiers kind of laying around a little bit. The first two are just kind of standing there, walking back and forth in sort of a very plain patrol-like line. You have two guys sitting behind benches, or sitting behind the barricades here. They're just kind of taking cover there behind this truck. You have two people who would appear to be carrying sniper rifles, sitting on one of the perches above. And oddly enough, they're not shooting your little drone. And you see three people kind of by the cars below.
They're not shooting my little
There appears
drone.
to be a GMC van right in front of you and a heavy truck at the end of the road. As you scout with the drone, a sort of hollow path seems to form and kind of leads you towards the heavy truck, almost like this.
I'll DNI the team that we seem to have a clear path set out for us. And that it looks like we've been taken for one of Horizon's fun little game shows.
I'm so gonna kill someone after this. I've been in this before.
This
I
sounds
really-
fun.
Yeah, trust me, it wasn't. The guy was a dickhead and didn't know what he was doing.
I'll pull the drone back and jump into the other drone, set it up front, and ask the team just how they want to approach this, because it does matter.
Is this a wall in front of me?
These are buildings, so you could presumably climb up them, but they're at least 2 stories high.
Do I still have my gecko tape gloves?
Oh, yes, you do.
Okay, I will.
Rothgar puts his hand down.
I would like to point out your Barrett has 3 different scopes on it.
Oh,
and
nice.
Rothgar puts
What
his
are
shield
they?
down.
Also, you are all provided with a heavy pistol sidearm, and it has a scope on it. And your assault rifles also have scopes on them.
I turn to Rothgar and I go, mind giving me a boost?
Yes. And he puts out his shield for you to stand on. And he'll just move
yeah.
up to the second story.
Yes, that is one thing to clarify. You do all have sidearms. You have Ares 5 Predator sidearms.
Okay. And I will throw 21
The word
dice.
Ares is very big on them. What is Rothgar doing?
I'm going to throw 21 dice to throw Sturgeon onto the second story.
You can do that.
Does it
You
say-
chuck his ass on the. You chuck his ass up there. Do me a gymnastics test, Surgeon.
Does it say
Uh-oh.
Ares on our knives as well?
Your knives say Horizon. Everything appears to be branded
Surprisingly enough.
in very big letters.
It's not like we've
In
been.
fact, if you look at one of your teammates, the back of their head says Horizon.
So did Rothgar and Sturgeon just like throw that guy up like 15 feet and he just like lands on the top with like no effort?
Oh yeah, you totally land on the top.
Awesome.
You can
I've been
see some
waiting to
guy
throw someone.
who appears to be right here, who appears to not be watching you. He's just kind of
Do
looking.
either my weapons have
away.
a silencer?
Either of your weapons have what?
A silencer?
Well, you have a knife, and your pistol has a silencer.
I will.
What level is the other rooftop? Because it seems to matter.
Same height.
Same
same
height.
height.
And there's another guy over there.
Yes, they're both standing on the rooftops, and their back seems to be facing you.
Rothgar puts down his shield for the little lady and says, "Little lady."
Is that to climb up?
Yeah.
I nod and say, with gusto.
And Rothgar will gingerly lift the shield up to his full 15 feet above him so she can just climb gently onto the top story.
Yeah.
Just
he'll
to
just
show
very-
she's
Yep.
just to show she's not helpless, Nightshade does like a round off onto the roof from the shield.
awesome. Rothgar mumbles, "Pretty lady," and goes back into like position in the alleyway.
Which side were you putting me up on?
This one.
You successfully roll up on there.
I am going to approach this guy with my knife.
Roll me a sneak check.
I don't have all my sneak knives because I don't have my armor on, so great. What's my sneak regular? And
You
I
guys
get
can probably do this simultaneously.
Yes, sir.
Particularly since you have someone throwing a lot of dice for small unit tactics that is apparently not actually coordinating anything since you all are doing things before answering his questions.
What was your question, anyways? I didn't catch it.
How do we want to approach this?
Oh,
Oh,
Rothgar would be
simultaneous.
like, Rothgar's gonna be like, little ones kill stuff on top. You help them.
Sounds reasonable.
Did I take it by surprise, or I just hit him?
I will roll to see his. Yeah, he failed his perception check. That is a surprise hit.
Okay. He needs to assist. Gotta do math real quick. He's got to do. Was this 15p with
Are you gonna do
minus?
called shots at all or no?
No, because I would take all the dice penalty. I don't
Got
have.
it.
Yeah, I don't have the fancy. Have people with fancy shots.
How
I
armored
should've
did they
done
look?
Yeah, how armored are they? Yeah.
They appear to be wearing full body armor, like yourself. They do not have Horizon logos on them, though. They have Evo logos on them.
Oh, big bad Evo.
What's the term for the? Oh, that's only APDS ammo. Never mind.
Yes.
What, the armor penetration? I believe it's 1 on.
It's
XX.
-1 on XX.
Yeah, and plus
Okay,
2 to
Nightshade,
damage.
you are good. Yeah, I will try to set the mood for this a little bit. At any rate, so you stab him. You stabbed him for 15p -2, you said?
-3, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, son of
You
a
hit
bitch.
him for 6p.
Okay.
He is, however, knocked down. And he kind of raises his hand up at you.
They got a merciless killer.
Can I turn and shoot him? Like, not attack the guy in front of me and shoot that guy?
What?
Yes, you can. He's across the way from you.
All right, I'll refocus my attention to the one across. I had my pistol out, ready to shoot the other guy, so I'll just use that on the one near Sturgeon instead.
Yeah. Okay, so how much do you do? Adding in your successes?
Oops, let me pull it up. I've never used a Predator before, so I'm not sure how much damage it does.
It's 8p. It'd be 10p -2 with the rounds in it.
Perfect. So that's 14.
Yeah, you kind of turn, put another few rounds into the guy, and then he just kind of slumps over. You hear a just sort of from the silencer.
Does the
That's
gentleman
what'll
on
be
behind
your way.
notice?
Let me see.
You sense much hatred coming towards you from Sturgeon.
Yeah. As you fire, your silencer communicates to your head, enemy detected, implying that a shot was heard. The silencer will tell you if someone heard your shot, which is the guy right next to you heard your shot. At this point, I'm going to have you roll an initiative.
Okay, and look, Rothgraw is going to take some jazz.
Sounds good.
Yes, 50 minutes. And I don't know why I said jazz. He doesn't take jazz. He's taking kamikaze.
I was wondering for a second. I'm like, oh, just jazz?
Yeah, no, he would clearly be taking
That's very
kamikaze
sad.
because that's what he's addicted to.
The funny thing is he'll probably never die from it because Rothgar.
Oh.
How much does my Beretta do?
Barrett is 14p AP minus 6 base.
So it's 16p negative 8, I believe, or negative 7.
Negative 7.
Much sadness in the fact that this is just a simulation.
Does a truckload of damage at least.
I know.
Anyway, I gotta roll some dice.
You totally can.
No, it changes successes into failures. If you seize the initiative, there's no failure. There's no failure state.
Bad luck just does the opposite of what you intended for it to do. There's nothing.
Yeah, so
Did you
if
get
you would
bad luck,
seize the
Rothgraw?
initiative and fail it, you would go last.
I didn't use edge. So it doesn't matter. But Rothgar does have bad luck.
Okay. Yeah, you can't fail. You can't fail bad initiative spending. That is very true.
No, but bad luck doesn't work like failure. You roll a die, and if you get the one, it does the
It
exact
does the opposite of what you wanted it to.
So if you were
you
seizing the initiative, you would go last.
Roll me the 1d6, please.
He didn't use
edge.
initiative, or he didn't use edge.
Okay. That is true. Hard shot. I rolled everything, which is probably
can
why I
you
don't
turn-
do that
Can you
anymore.
turn the music down just a little bit? It's really loud
I
in my
will
head.
totally tune that down. You can turn it down yourself too.
Oh, I can? I
You
never
Yeah,
go
got
into
to
the
settings
gear
window.
icon and you can turn it down.
I just wanted some goofy 80s stuff. I'm sorry.
Well, that
It's
worked out
fine.
well.
I'll turn it down.
Fine.
It was
Anyway,
good. It was a good volume
Oh,
for
you
me.
know what? Yeah, no, turn it back up. It's fine, because I didn't know I could turn it down myself. I just found it.
I have another one. You can do this one. 80 synth.
We are playing
Yeah,
Shadow.
it even says, if a character spends edge to go first and if she passes, he ends up going last.
Yeah. If you used it to blitz, you'd probably just roll one die no matter what.
Yeah, it has the opposite effect. So yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Cool. So who's first? Who's doing what? I'm assuming these bad guys are going to have one big initiative pool.
I roll them kind of together, but I'm not telling you their initiative because, well, at any rate, I use a notepad because when I found that when I was
If you want
using
this
the
way
Roll20,
faster.
at least for now, my games actually went far slower. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's critical for me. So the first person to act is Gray.
Okay. I will go ahead and throw a leadership test to rally all of my subordinates, and if you decide that you don't take me as a subordinate, well, you don't get 2 points of initiative, and then I will transfer 5 of my initiative, dropping me to 24 before passes, to Wolfgate.
Okay.
And
Wolfgate.
that,
Now at 23.
that is
Everyone got-
actually a simple
Everyone
action.
got 2.
Both of those are simple actions, so that's my turn.
And you did rallies with 3 successes?
Yeah.
So everybody gets 2 initiative?
Yep.
Okay.
Except me. And the bad guys.
So next person to go then is Sturgeon.
Well then, I will, because she did that to herself by shooting my guy. I have to kill someone else now, so I'm gonna take out my new fancy Barrett rifle, slung it over the side, and gonna shoot one of these guys in that courtyard. They're going to feel my impenetrable wrath.
Go for it.
20.
I like how all these evil bastards here just assume we're supposed to kill everyone. I like it.
Well, it's Sturgeon. He just assumes you have to kill everyone.
Yep.
I'm going with the guy in the back of this truck here. He seems like shooting.
Sounds good. He is in heavy cover.
That's fine. It's a Barrett. It's a Barrett rifle.
It is a Barrett.
What size are these cars? Are any of them jackrabbits?
Most of them are just standard Americars.
Okay.
This
I
one
can't
is a
throw-
jackrabbit.
Which one? Oh, awesome! Because I can throw jackrabbit, can't throw Americars.
There's also, I didn't put it in, but there's a Dodge Scoot right here. Let me draw it for you.
Awesome.
Let's totally take that Dodge Scoot when we're done.
Well, I can throw a Dodge Scoot. Are these dumpsters?
They are.
God, I can throw a sticky grenade on that, and you can chuck it at people
Awesome.
full of gasoline. Nothing can survive against us.
Okay, so did you just fire your Barrett?
Yeah, I
Okay.
got 16.
I will. They are aware, so I will roll his dodge,
Bring it on.
accounting for cover.
Are they like big, like metal dumpsters?
You hit him. How much do you hit him for?
18 P minus 6. And it's explosive. I don't know what explosive does because that shit is OP.
+2 and -1 AP.
Okay.
So you hit him for 20 P. Jesus hell. Barretts
Nice.
are awesome.
I know I
Anyway.
want it so bad. They're so cool. You better not fucking soak this, I swear to God. The ammo. Oh my God, 14 rounds in a clip? Jeez.
Barretts are so good. I would have had one. Either way.
No, I'm gonna get one for you.
So let's see. So you just kind of line up this guy in your scope, and you just kind of see him. You're kind of admiring the sleek rinds of your rifle and the fact that it has that great Horizon logo planted across the side of it. You look at the guy, you fire, and his head explodes. And it explodes quite dramatically, like there's a fountain of blood. And it just kind of shoots about 5 feet into the air.
I actually have
And the barrel of your rifle is smoking.
I have applicable knowledge skill. It's
Okay.
called Metahuman Anatomy and Physiology.
Okay.
Nope, I don't know if it should explode like that, so I just assume it does.
Okay, well, it is a very big fragging rifle, you figure. And you figure if you shoot someone in the head like that, and it's a big fragging rifle like that, it's probably going to kill the guy. That's the extent of your law.
Damn it.
Although
At this moment,
actually-
as you kind of sleekly pet the rifle.
Biology, I get to throw 2 more dice.
Awesome.
I like how
So,
I know.
Gray, you kind of look at it and you think, well, I haven't seen a Barrett in action for a while. That's probably how it goes. Yeah.
Awesome. Who's next?
Next to go is Wolfgate.
Alright, can I see the guy up here on the roof?
Yeah, but the angle is such that he'll get hard cover against you.
How much is that?
+4 to his dodge.
Yeah, I can live with that. I'm going to aim at him and try to shoot him then.
Okay.
With a 3-round burst.
Got it. You nail him for how much? I believe it would be 13p at
yeah,
-4.
14 and -3.
Okay, let's roll his soak. You kind of just shoot this guy, and your rounds just kind of pump into his upper chest, and he kind of falls off and lands in front of you, right here. And he does kind of a Willem scream if he does so. Like just and just hits the ground.
There's your ammo, big guy.
If you would like to roll me a visual perception check as he does that.
Just a second.
I keep all of those.
Hot sim.
Too strong.
Okay. Can we have someone you can ride into battle?
I just wanted Wolfgate to roll it because Wolfgate's the only one who would probably notice this. Yeah, you just kind of look at it and it's like nothing. You just had, well, I didn't know many people screamed like that. You figure that's a bit of a trend thing, but can't get any weirder than this, I suppose. So next person to go is Rothgraw.
I have one question before I go. Can Gray roll Pilot Walker? Sorry, bad joke.
Gray can roll Pilot Walker.
I sent you a whisper. How much does the dumpster look like it weighs? And I rolled metallurgy.
On one hit on metallurgy, I'm sorry because I was focusing on something else. You can definitely look at it. It seems pretty hefty, like steel, but the claymore is really big. If you can hold your claymore, you can probably hold this thing.
Okay, so I'm going to run up to the dumpster.
It looks like it weighs about 200 kilograms.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to grab the dumpster between my bottom arms that have my shields, and I'm just going to bear hug it and start running down here till I get to the maximum movement. And I'm holding the dumpster between my arms, so I have like cover. And then I'm going to just. What?
You are in heavy sec armor, so you would move a little bit slower than normal, but still pretty fast.
Full body armor, you said before.
No,
he's in heavy.
Mine. Oh yeah, my movement is now 612, so I go to here then. I go to here, so they can't quite see me yet. I'm still around, but I'm holding a dumpster, which is why I put the little fortified icon on. Yeah. And like, what is that thing? Like 6 feet tall, like 5 feet tall, and like 7 feet wide.
So you're trying to be.
Roll me a sneak check. Oh, actually, roll me a disguise check and get +6.
A disguise check? Okay, cool. Awesome.
Is Rothgraw
okay? So you kind of walk around the corner holding this dumpster, and maybe it's an auto drone or something. People just kind of scratch their head.
That wasn't what I was
pretty
going
reasonable
for, but I'm so cool with it.
You kind of, if you're a little bit shorter, you could put it over your head and probably kind of scoot with it.
Awesome.
So awesome. Next person to go is.
I'm just peeking around the corner with a dumpster.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here, people. Just some
so
dumpster.
Next person to go
are
these guys. You see like 3 guys down here. They appear to be wearing like heavy armor, but they're all equipped with spears and nets. And they just move up.
What is gladiatorial Rome?
I don't know. I don't make the rules. I guess I kind of make the rules. Next, you see the 2 troopers behind here. They kind of crouch a little bit, and they're going to fire shots at Sturgeon.
Bring it on, motherfuckers.
So they're going to fire complex. No, not complex. Simple auto at you.
6
rounds.
So
you'd be at -5 to dodge.
Oh, you motherfucker.
-5 and then -6
You're
on the second one.
+4, however, because of your elevation. So you're only at -1 net.
Okay, sweet. So
-2 on the second.
I dodged the first one.
And the second guy was very sad with his roll, so he'll edge it.
Oh, he's got to get beat 2 more hits.
He does hit you.
What?
You got 5.
Oh,
He
that's
edged.
right.
Yeah.
I don't know why
Edged.
I thought that. Yeah, bring it on. I can soak that.
Okay, so rounds kind of go past you. Oddly, they're very bright. Uh, you are taking 12p base, or 12p -2 is what I should say.
Okay. Ah. I take a stun.
Okay, you take 1 stun damage. So these rounds kind of just ricochet, and you just kind of see one kind of just hit your shoulder plate, and you're moved back for a little bit for a second, but it isn't really bothering you.
I do the I'm watching you.
Yeah. If you want to be, if you're particularly caring about which one shot you, is the one closer to you.
Thank you for that. I was going to ask on my turn.
Okay, so the next person to go is the guy back here with the heavy rifle. He's going to do a perception check first because he is very confused.
Because the dumpster just rolled up?
He fails his perception check, so he's going to...
Oh, those are the snipers, right? I got to kill them first then.
So what he will do is he will just kind of wheel over and try to take aim at Sturgeon.
Yeah, of course. Kill the fish man. Story of my life.
Okay. You need to beat a 2.
I'm gonna
geez.
edge that because fuck that bullshit.
You do have cover. You do have heavy cover once again because you're up on the building.
So
Okay,
roll 4 more dice before your
okay.
edge.
So roll 4 more before you edge because you might not need it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. You didn't even need to edge it. So yeah,
I dodged it.
the shot just kind of pings. The shot just kind of pings on your cover, and there was like a little vent up there, and you just kind of see a bullet go through it, and your cover is now instead of heavy cover, it would be light cover because he shot it instead of you.
God damn it, these people always trying to kill the fish man.
Yeah. So next person to go is Nightshade.
Would I have cover if I laid down? Versus the heavy rifleman.
Versus the heavy rifleman. If you had laid down, you couldn't shoot at anyone, but they wouldn't necessarily be able to hit you either.
Would moving forward give me cover while being able to shoot?
Yeah, but you'd have heavy cover regardless because you're up there. Like, there's things I don't mention, but there's like vents up there and stuff. I just didn't detail them.
Okay, no reason to lay down then.
It's just the angle that's giving you the cover. Yeah, so no reason to. Though if you did lay down, you couldn't shoot and they couldn't shoot you. So that is the benefit, I suppose.
Okay. I'm going to do a long burst on the heavy rifleman.
Okay. Go for him.
Hey, what's up with the optics on these? You said there were scopes on each of the pistols and the rifles?
The scope has image magnification, thermal flare compensation. There's a smart link thrown on there, and there is also what appears to be a Gunsoft personality thrown on there.
Oh, right.
Yes, I enjoy that one tremendously.
Although it has not activated yet.
That makes me sad now. Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking for how many dice that removes from my roll.
How many dice what removes?
The long burst. Or is it only recoil based?
It's only recoil based.
Thank you.
Recoil based.
What mods are on the gun that affect recoil?
Which gun is this? The assault rifle?
It's the Ares Alpha. Has gas vents, I
They
think.
got a shock pad and a gas vent 3.
So that's
Okay.
4 plus.
What's your
2.
strength?
My strength is 2.
So yeah, so you can do a long burst without taking penalty because that's 6 rounds. You have to do something that isn't a long burst, or that isn't shooting before your next turn, in order to not take penalties next time you shoot.
Sounds good.
Ooh.
And then it's 11p plus 2.
Okay.
They have to roll to dodge against 6.
He's got to dodge you. Well, he is in cover. I'll give him that.
But at a -5 for long
-5.
burst.
5.
plus any consecutive shots he's taken.
Okay, you get one net hit. So that would be
14p AP minus 2.
14p negative 3.
Or 3, you're correct.
Oh, right, I have to roll. Dang it. You kind of fire the shots at him, and you can hear the sort of explosions as they kind of pepper across his armor, but he's still up and moving. You get the impression that he'd be swearing right now if you could hear it.
Good shit.
Can I perceive to see if I hear it?
You can. He yells, "Frag and keep."
Oh, that's not that race.
Lovely.
He's gonna get double teamed by Keys now.
Them Keeblers. Anyway, so I believe that brings us to our new pass. In the new pass, the first person to go is Sturgeon.
That motherfucker trying to insult my people. Gonna get a fucking shot to the face.
This guy's hurt, right? The guy with the red tag on.
Yes, he is.
Badly, I think.
He's not surviving that one.
You shooting at him too, Sturgeon?
Yeah. He said frag and keep. That's not gonna fly. 2070. Come on, let's get rid of this racism.
I love how you're using a Brett from 60 feet.
You nail him.
Shit. So I only get 3 net hits. That's like 18 minus 7 plus 2.
18 minus 7. Your gun is excessively powerful.
No. Yeah. 18 minus 7. Math is hard.
Once again, you fire at this guy, and you kind of sort of take aim for his head, and you hear you just kind of hear the recoil of the gun, and a little voice perks up, "Nice shot," and you see that this guy's head also explodes, and blood starts to fountain from it in a rather dramatic effect, and geysers up about 5 feet.
Okay, I'm not gonna roll. I know that's not how blood works.
That's awesome.
Actually, I'm ahead by 1. We're not even.
No, even for the kill steal earlier.
I know. I know. I got what you mean. That's what we respond with.
Oh.
Awesome. Who's next?
Next to go is
Wolfgate?
Wolfgate.
Alright, quick question, because I just noticed something. Do I recognize Rothgraw's accent by any chance?
Rothgar?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's native Danish.
Yeah, I know, and my character actually speaks Danish.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, Rothgar speaks Danish natively, so.
Yeah, I just noticed, so I'm just wondering if my character actually noticed the accent or not.
Almost definitely. Rothgar is. I'm looking at his languages. Rothgar has Rothgar has 12 speaking dice in English, so he can speak like complex stuff, but he's not fluent.
Alright. Then I will thank him in Danish, because I can.
Welcome! As he stands up to boost you up. Because you're going up, right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. I don't know if you saw this, Mr. GM. We were emoting. Basically, Rothgar kneeled into a staircase.
Yeah, I saw it.
And
I'm
Rothgar's
sorry.
just
I'm
gonna...
a little bit.
No
I'm
worries.
a little bit sick right now, but I'm definitely paying attention and stuff. Yeah.
That makes sense, because then
roll me
Rothgar
a
can
gymnastics test.
Rothgar basically be a staircase to the story and a half up.
Yes, he can. Roll me a gymnastics.
Welcome. IRL, my Danish is really bad, so.
Yeah, not a problem. I am actually going. What kind of action would be to get up there?
Gymnastics.
Yeah, I mean, but simple, complex. I'm wondering if I can attribute boost before doing it.
It would be a simple because you're actively having to climb or move something.
Alright, then I am going to attribute boost before I do that.
I love a character with 14 strength. You guys need a staircase? I'm a staircase. You need mobile cover? I'm mobile cover.
All right, so you got 1 agility. That's good to have.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna add to that.
Okay, he kind of throws you up a little forcefully, and you're unused to sort of being pushed like that so easily. So you kind of jump up and reach the edge, and then you kind of go, whoa, like you're going to fall back, but you pinwheel your arms a little bit, and you're on top. That would be your turn, because you did 2 simples. So next it goes Gray.
All right. Recognizing what is about to happen, I'm going to throw small unit tactics, and that is Dogpile, which will do absolutely nothing because I rolled terribly and have no edge to reroll.
Can I teamwork?
Your edge pool's full.
My edge pool is full, then I will...
You don't know how long you were out for.
Then Rothgraw and anyone else who decides to make melee attacks will do so at a +3 additional on top of the pie tack and everything else.
Do thrown weapon attacks count?
GM call.
Okay. I won't be able to move until next round, but when that comes around, it'll be helpful. Awesome.
Explosive throwing weapons count.
Awesome.
What about dumpsters?
Well, I'm actually...
Dumpsters, well, he's using that as cover, but technically he could throw that too.
Yes.
Then I will roll up with the drone, and I will... Wow, I throw a lot of dice. I will split my pool and throw a complex full auto at those guys.
Okay. You hit the first, you miss the second.
First guy will take 13p AP -1.
What gun is that?
That is HK Urban Combat.
I forgot to specify, but in this particular scenario, you only have Ares guns, so that is an Ares Alpha.
Okay. Add 3 to the damage and 2 to the AP. So that
Okay.
is 16p AP -3.
I rolled 2 more dice than I should have, so you do 8p.
Okay.
He kind of staggers back. Almost looks a little bit doll-like as he does it, but the rounds clearly impact him on the center of his armor. He just raises his rifle.
Okay. That's my turn.
Yep. Next to go is Rothgraw. What does Rothgraw do?
Okay, well, I'm out of movement, so I have to do this. So I can move 4 extra meters, and we're in feet here, so I can get around the edge. So I move out to cover.
Yeah, and the
You get
bottom,
2 per sprint test, don't you?
I get 1.
Because troll meta type.
Okay.
also on the bottom right corner, there's a each little purple box that counts as a meter. There's a little graph in the bottom right corner for the map.
Got it.
That was counting.
Okay. Cool. Oh, that's really helpful, actually. Because that means I go here. Yeah, that means I go right here. Okay. Which of these guys are these guys? Is this guy the only guy who's not in cover? Because he's running up the sidewalk.
They're both in cover. It's just I can't,
They're
correctly
both- yeah.
simulate it because they'd be stacked like this.
Yeah, you can hold Alt and you can put them like 90% over top of each other.
Oh, then he would have been like that.
Like
so
Bart
the
is
next
currently
guy
with
is
Rothgraw.
he's in
Yeah, that
light
makes
cover
sense.
right here. These two are behind the car and heavy.
This guy's in light cover.
Yeah.
Okay. Distance. Awesome. Wait. Yes. Yes.
You're good.
He's in my
You're good,
short
you're good.
range. Rothgar is going to take his free action. Wait, no, he's going to. Can you throw a weapon as a simple?
Yeah, it is a simple.
Yes.
Okay, cool. In that case, I'm going to use, because I used a free action to run. I'm going to use a simple to free, and so one of my shields starts flashing as Rothgar goes. "Mrrr!" And he takes his right hand off his claymore, and so he only has it in the left, and then he throws a javelin at this guy. But he's new to throwing javelins, so let's see how this goes.
Okay. He's going to roll to dodge. First off, he's very confused because it looks like it's a dumpster, and then it suddenly materialized a javelin.
Yep. Does he get a negative to dodge? Because he didn't expect me because of this guy's chest.
He doesn't get a negative, but you'll probably be good.
XX javelin, go! I
He
rolled
saw
it.
a dumpster roll.
Oh,
out of
you nail
the
him.
alley for no reason.
What
Awesome.
was it, 2d6? Or you roll 66 to throw?
Yeah, my you want my javelin damage?
Yeah, you hit him.
Okay, cool. My javelin damage, I get my javelin damage. Well, let's see. I have a couple extra strength at the moment. Let me double check. It is 19p minus 1 AP plus the EX. So what's the
Plus 2, -1.
Okay, so it's 21 damage with -2 AP as it explodes.
What the hell?
It's 21p.
I'm just going to roll this, and I'm going to see what happens. So let's roll this.
Oh,
Okay, so here's what happens to this guy. You kind of look at him, go, ugh, and just.
I huck an
and it kind of
8-foot-long
moves.
javelin at him.
And this javelin kind of hits the guy, pierces him, and then it actually pushes him back and pins him to this car with the force of the throw, and then it explodes. There appears to be red paint everywhere in this sort of direction now.
Awesome. And Rothgar just continues to roar.
Yeah.
Wish me to roll intimidation.
You could roll an intimidation for that. You did just kind of pin someone against a car with a
So
steel pole.
I'm standing behind the dumpster with one of my shields glowing, and I just slam the shields together for the Horizon logo and just scream, "Roar!" Echoing out over the area.
Okay, next to go is these guys right here, the two living ones, that is. And not their poor dead comrade. do.
And just to make sure, where I'm positioned, I have a flashback going off, but the people on the roof can't see the flashback, right? Because they're up above me.
Its actions
Correct.
directed at you.
Cool. Awesome.
So how far are you away from these two guys? So these two guys are going to attempt to throw nets at Rothgar.
Awesome.
They are electro nets. So let's see how it goes.
They get
Those.
-4 to hit me. Because my
-4?
flashback is going off.
Okay, then I will
I have a
reduce the last
flashback
4.
built into my shield.
That is impressive. So you need to dodge a 7 and a 4.
Okay. Cool. And I have hard cover behind the dumpster, right?
For you, light cover.
Because I'm bigger than it.
Because you're bigger than it.
Okay. Cool. I will throw
Everyone
this.
else would be hard cover.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So then I only get 2, and there we go.
So the first net gets you.
It's like the greatest tactic ever. Like you just throw your group into a dumpster and you just push it.
Can I
And, like,
can
they
I
have-
roll a
they have-
Claymore parry for -5 initiative to cut the net?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. Because I could use it with my offhand.
You have a lot of hands. This is true.
I currently have the Claymore in my offhand, so do I have 5 initiative left?
You can't parry ranged attacks per raw.
You wouldn't
Oh,
have.
okay. I understand.
You can't parry ranged attacks. Otherwise, I would totally let you do it.
Okay,
That's
makes
what.
sense.
That's why I said that.
That's what you mean.
But
Unfortunately,
mechanically,
I
it makes sense.
yeah, because cutting
It
a net,
normally
but
doesn't make sense, but nets are like the one thing.
Yeah.
nets and guy with Claymore. But keep going. Yes, do your thing.
Okay. So the first one hits you. Roll me the second one, or second dodge. The second one you dodge. So you kind of have this net. Kind of just settles on
Don't nets roll against body and strength as
top
a
of you.
duel?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But first, it's going to attempt to shock you. So you need to take 9p electricity. Your armor does have non-conductivity 4,
Okay, so it's slightly less than.
so
my
it'd be
normal
negative
armor.
5.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'm taking -5.
Yeah,
Okay.
negative 5 to your armor, and your initiative would go down by 5 if you take damage. And that doesn't actually do any damage to you. Next turn, on your
Rothgar is
turn,
still screaming.
on your turn, you have the opportunity to break out of it.
Okay, Rothgar is still screaming.
I can totally believe it, and I'm kind of a little bit afraid. Next to go is these 2 black troopers, guys. Trooper number 1 is going to suppress. Holy jeez.
How many does he keep?
So he keeps 9 of those. Or he keeps 8 of those, I should say. So this entire area, not Sturgeon, but basically everything here is now suppressed, including that drone back there. Gray is counting as being suppressed, but his bullets will be taken by Rothgraw, should it arise.
Awesome.
I'm in VR, so I'm suppressed, but that's because the drone is suppressed, not because my body is.
Yeah. Well, the point being is like you're not taking the shot because you're on some guy's back.
Yeah.
They physically can't hit you. Wolfgate, if he shoots from that angle here, will be suppressed. But either way, other than that, you're good. The next guy will now take a shot at Rothgraw. Rothgraw, you are at a -10 to dodge from suppression, if I recall correct. Gray?
What? How many successes was suppression had?
He got, oh, never mind. Never -8. He got 8 successes. I rolled ridiculously well on this guy. He hit his limit.
Okay, so it's 8. So I'm -8. So I only have 2. Okay.
Yeah. So the next guy will full auto you.
And he gets -4 to hit me.
Okay, so I will subtract 4. He still gets 5.
Okay.
Because I didn't trundicate. So he gets 5 hits.
5 and
roll your dodge. Okay. You are taking 17p.
Yep.
At -3.
-3. Rawr.
Okay.
Okay. So I take 5 stun.
You take 5 stun, or you can edge, because you do have all your edge back if that is an option.
No, I'm good. 5 stun.
Okay then, 5 stun.
Pain resistance, kamikaze.
Yes.
He doesn't
great.
notice.
Yeah. So the first guy kind of opens up with his rifle, and you can sort of see the pinging of bullets kind of hit, or kind of just covering you, and you find it's very difficult to move without being shot. And then the second guy opens up and fires on you, and one of your shields, the bullet actually kind of scrapes across the Horizon logo through the eye, actually, and then kind of impacts into your armor.
Ow.
So now it's not reading Horizon so much.
Awesome.
But oddly enough, as you look at the shield, it seems to reform a little bit, and now you can see the full Horizon logo again.
Awesome.
Anyway, next to go is Mr. Long Gun. Oh no, he's dead. Oh yeah, Nightshade, your turn.
What sort of action is jumping?
Part
Is
of
that
the
a symbol?
movement normally.
It's a free action, but you take free fall damage.
I'm is it suppressed at ground level, or is it like the entire like a cone?
The suppression it's in a column. He is not firing at you because you're on a higher level. He would need enhanced suppression in order to do that.
Okay, so Nightshade's going to take a running leap across across the gap onto the roof that her other friends are on, and continue.
You would not take the suppression. No, you'd be good.
Okay,
Only
cool.
gymnastics though if you do that.
So that's like 2 meters.
Yeah.
It's not a very difficult check.
No. Do you have gymnastics trained meaningfully?
Oh, so
That's enough.
Because it's distance
Two.
in.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Yeah, you make it across.
Okay, she's
Barely,
gonna
but you make it across.
she's going to land in a roll and then kip up and keep running. I think she can make it all the way to there. On her walk.
Movement. What's your agility?
It's 8.
Your agility is 8.
Yes.
Can move 32 total meters.
Oh yeah, then totally.
When you have a running start, every hit you get on the test is 2 meters of jumping.
Yep.
Can I perform a thrown weapon to drop a grenade on the 2 guys that are in the street against the building?
If you can quick draw it, because otherwise it'd be just simple to pull it out.
Oh, okay.
That was my plan.
He has 2 simples, so he could do that normally.
Okay.
Unless he used a simple on something I didn't hear.
You used a simple to jump. Like to do a gymnastics check.
Basically, like
Sure.
backpedaling and doing the check, and
Sure.
getting it all safely. You should be able to do a quick draw check, no problem. Is that your 14d6?
It's agility plus throwing.
To quick-
Now that... Yeah. To a quick draw.
Reaction plus throwing.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. How many hits?
You're correct. You need 3.
Oh, that's my reaction's not that great.
Well, you can see if you can do it.
No, I mean my pool's not big enough. My reaction's like 3, I think, and I'm not trained in throwing.
Oh, yeah, then-
No, you can't.
You can't quick draw it, but you can pull the grenade out.
All right, we'll do that.
Okay.
And I guess I'm ready for next turn.
Yes, but your passes are over, so
Correct.
other people still do get another pass though. So now we have Sturgeon once again at the top.
Okay then. Well, I'm gonna let her deal with those guys and that guy who's suppressing. He's gonna get a bullet for brain. Wow, that one sucked. I may edge it if he dodges.
Well, he's gonna have this many to dodge.
I like the black belt.
Yes, he barely
gonna-
dodges the round.
I'm gonna use edge to hit him because he needs to stop suppressing because that's not nice.
Okay, how much do you nail him for?
I got 2 successes, so 18 again.
Okay, 18, -7.
-7.
That is still so horrifying every time I see it.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad you gave me a Barrette because I think that just made me really overpowered right now.
No, it didn't, because you're not done yet. Anyway, so yeah, you fire at this third guy, and as you fire it, you just hear a female voice go, "That's 3." And this guy's head explodes in a geyser of blood, very similar to the last 2.
Okay, I know how to count, so thank you. Weird voice in my head.
Awesome.
So next person to go is Wolfgate.
Alright, the suppressing guy is dead, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He got his head blown off.
Can you remove the that guy on the roof? He's standing exactly where I'm trying to stand. Thank you. And then, actually, what kind of grenades do we have?
As you check your kit, it looks like you have several thermal smoke grenades, and you have a pair of frag grenades and a pair of high explosive grenades for each of you. You also have some high explosive grenades that would work for your grenade launcher.
Alright, so, give me a second. That's what, 10 meters, just about.
Roughly, slightly over.
Alright, then I am throwing a high explosive grenade to this guy.
What is your
Okay.
strength?
5.
Okay, that's -3. On your throwing plus agility test, you need 3 hits to get it spot on. Otherwise, you scatter.
No, it's -2. Thrown grenades is medium range is 2 strength
Okay,
times
so
4, so
throw
20
me
meters.
throw me your grenade.
Right, but medium range is -2,
Oh.
-3.
Let's not worry about it too much.
Okay.
Just yeah, throw me. You'll be the -1. Okay, so the grenade lands right there. This poor fellow, can he do anything? No, he cannot do anything. How much damage does that grenade do?
I
Frag
think,
or high X?
is it high X or frag?
Okay, that is 16p at -4. Let's see if he lives, because that would be a high X grenade.
He's soaking twice that.
Oh, he gets blown the hell up. So this guy, kind of blows up, but it's a very, very interesting explosion in the sense that when you throw the grenade at him, his body disintegrates, but his head seems to pop up like a champagne cork, and the mouth seems to be chattering a little bit, almost like a fairly ghoulish-looking skeleton, and then it just kind of lands on top of his head with a soft plunk. So next to go is Gray.
Okay. Wheel the rest of the way out. And
Is the suppression over?
guy suppressing is dead, so I would assume so.
Okay, cool. I was just double checking.
Neither of these guys are hurt, correct?
Neither of them are hurt.
Oh,
Third guy can't
okay.
seem to put X's on, but he's dead. The one back here.
Okay. I would like to change that, and I would like to drop a grenade right between the two of them. Assuming this has a grenade launcher on the Alpha with mini grenades in it, or if it doesn't, then I'll just shoot.
On the drone, it does not have a grenade launcher.
Okay.
Actually, no, my bad. It does. Everything's standard
Okay.
equipped. That's right. Yeah, it does. It does. Yes.
Did they load it, though?
They loaded it. It has a high X in it.
Okay. That is exactly where I want it, which is exactly between the two of them.
Okay. How much damage is it? 16
That
feet, that's right. Okay. So both these guys get rocked by this blast, but they're not dead yet. There's just kind of a very dramatic explosion as you hit them. But then, oddly enough, the car next to them, I need to roll for it. The car explodes. So now I need to roll for them again. So here's how it kind of goes. You kind of just see the drone sort of aim and you hear like the soft thump as just kind of the grenade sails towards them, and then it hits the car. And they visibly get hit by the blast radius, but they kind of get up and they raise their spears to sort of charge. And as they do, the car explodes, and they are both destroyed. And you hear on your comlink gray, that looks like a double. As you take out these last two guys, the little path outlined for you starts blinking rapidly in neon, and it sort of makes its way towards that car at the end of the way.
I throw the dumpster through the building and head over there. Dispose of that dumpster vigorously.
I will move the drone up to the vehicle. Follow Rothgraw in the meat. And throw a matrix perception on the thing because reasons. Who is its owner?
It looks like you are its owner.
Okay. Then I am going to jump into it and take a wild guess that the path will... probably a new path will spring up or some such.
It is a new path that simply says, mission, deliver package to coordinates. And it seems to sort of have a list of coordinates on there. And then it has a blight brew trail that seems to emanate from the car.
Okay. I will roll the truck up and let everyone get inside it. Assuming it has sufficient space.
It is an Ares Roadmaster. In
God,
fact,
even
the
I
roof
fit
of
in
it has been partially removed at the back, almost as if for considerations of certain individuals.
Awesome.
As you, it has a rigger system. So, do you rig in?
I do jump in.
As you rig in, you see that there are two guns attached to it. One of them is a Vulcan chain gun, and the other appears to be a Yakusubo MRL that's burst fire. The MRL is fully loaded.
What rockets?
It is loaded with 2 anti-vehicle rockets and 2 high explosive rockets.
It can hold body if they wanted to load it fully. Which is
it has
18.
4 rockets loaded.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, my bad. It has 6 rockets loaded, 3 of each, and they are missiles, which means they do have the capacity to lock on.
Cut.
And they each have a sensor rating 3 on them.
Okay.
So you can fire them manually, or you can lock on with them.
Okay. I will subtly drive it through the vehicles that may or may not be in the way, let everyone get in, and DNI that I guess we're moving onward to the next location. And Rothgraw, you should put me in the seat. Driver's seat, where that is.
Rothgar unloads you gingerly into the driver's seat and then clambers into his hole in the back. Rothgar is very fidgety, and his eyes are wide, and the purple glow coming from inside his helmet is brighter because he's on kamikaze. He's kind of like a pink flashlight. When he looks everywhere, there's like a cone of pink light.
Okay, so does everyone get in the car?
Yes. And the car blows up.
Okay, so the car starts driving, or you start driving towards your destination, which is labeled some few blocks away. You pass through, it appears, well, your map soft won't give you a great idea of where you are. You're in some sort of
Urban
area.
environment.
It's kind of a cross between Tacoma and Renton, where it's almost upscale but not quite.
Okay.
You see no people on the various roads, but there are cars all over the place. It's like they've been abandoned. And roll me a drive check to see how you do at dodging these.
Okay. I keep all of those.
Yeah.
Rick, you're gonna rig.
So you successfully dodge all the cars, and as you do, the little voice in the van is shouting encouragement, like, "That's a good turn. You are now 10% away to your destination. You are now 15% away to your destination." And then it abruptly says, "Watch out for the old lady." Roll me another drive check.
Oh God. I keep 5 of those.
You successfully swerve out of the way of what appears to be an old woman pushing a baby cart with a bonnet on her head.
Which is
the car.
perhaps the only civilian in the entire area.
Yeah, they don't appear to notice that you're there, and you keep driving along.
How close to the car do they come? Because like Rothgraw would like to poke it with the claymore to see what it is.
Okay, Rothgar, you reach out. Do you do that, Rothgar?
Yeah, there's a hole in the roof, right? So like Rothgar can just be sitting here with his head out.
Yeah.
Yes. So do you reach out with the claymore?
I'm just going to when there's an old woman, he's just gonna like kind of like prod her like from like 14 feet away, actually more like 16, 17 feet away, with the tip of the claymore, being like, "Is that a robot?"
We're
Okay.
rolling at a great rate of knots, by the way.
You guys are going at least 70 kilometers by now an hour. You realize. So if you prod this person and they're an actual person.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I was totally gonna go with it. I'm just saying.
Oh no, I will use my blade skill to make sure I don't decapitate her. Is it like reverse hits?
As you kind of reach up and prod this old woman with your blade, the bonnet slides off, and it's revealed to be a guy with a missile launcher.
Nope, it's a dead guy with a missile launcher because he's getting shot.
Can I leap out of the back hatch of the truck and cleave this guy?
Yes, you can.
So like the back door burst open as I come launching down. I'm just gonna jump out on him. Do you want me to roll jumping? It's strength plus gymnastics.
Roll me that.
Okay, strength plus gymnastics. Do I have gymnastics ranks? Am I defaulting? That's the real question. I have gymnastic ranks, so I'm not defaulting. So this is my jumping dice. Not great, but I do manage to go 6 meters. And this is my attack on him. Do I have the superior position?
Yeah, you did kind of leap on top of him.
Awesome. Blades!
Okay, he's aware of you, so he's going to roll to dodge. But you do have 3 reach, so...
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I have 3 reach, so he's -3 dice.
You hit him.
Okay. My damage, let me just double check real fast. I have 4 net hits. Okay, so that means my damage is 25p minus 5 AP.
Okay. Well, he wasn't wearing armor because disguise. You kind of just swing your blade and you bisect this guy from his left shoulder down to sort of his right waistline. And as you draw your blade away, he just kind of falls apart at sort of an angle. And his torso is still standing up.
I jog back to the truck and go, "Dealt with that."
You also need to soak 8p because the car is still moving.
Awesome.
I am
soak
slowing
8p
it down.
jumping.
No, that's fine. So I'll soak 8p as like I roll out of this thing.
Yeah, you're good.
So is there like a 12-foot long gouge where his feet like just grind into the ground with his muscles just digging in?
Oh,
Does
no,
the
you were
Iron
actually
Man-
surprisingly light on your feet. There's just sort of a broad circle that kind of cracked as you hit the ground.
Once
Dead stop.
once you jump out, I do kind of sigh internally, but I slow the Roadmaster down enough that you can actually catch back up to it and jump in, but I don't stop it completely because cool.
I run to catch up. I'm holding like I'll pick up the rocket launcher, and as I'm running, being like, "Guys, do we need this?" And if no one says no, I'll throw it away.
The answer is yes.
He looks down. I'm like, "Okay, anybody good with this? Because I can throw it at someone."
Throw the rockets at people.
I put the rocket in my javelin case.
Okay.
Later at some point, some enemy decker is gonna blow this thing up on me.
I'll take a moment.
It could be an unfortunate thing that might happen.
I'll take a moment to slave it to my whatchamacallit.
This is Rothgar. He thinks this is big bomb he can throw at people. And we're clearly not looting since we don't have any of our own stuff.
So, at any rate, the car keeps going, and you find yourself in an overpass. Could you roll me a sensor rating check?
Sensor operation or sensor rating?
Operation.
Okay. I keep all of those.
Okay. A bright voice sort of chirps on your comlink. Enemies incoming, and kind of details them almost in like an old-style radar, which just shows some dots converging on your dot.
How far away are they?
Well, right now they're about 300 meters away, but it appears that they are closing in.
300 meters away, you say?
Yeah.
Pick what are they?
Give me a visual perception check at -2 because you're going fast. Everyone can do that.
And remember, we get the bonuses for the PyTac everyone. So you're at your net 1.
Okay, Sturgeon. You kind of look forward and you squint, and you're looking at it, and it's like, huh, looks like those guys have nice motorcycles and swords. Huh, are those ninjas on motorcycles?
My God, they're ninjas on motorcycles.
Rothgar, like out loud, says to Gray, "Paint them in AR, please."
I'll do that.
I will throw the rocket launcher at them. When they get within 200 meters, I will throw the rocket launcher at them.
I'm gonna climb up on top of the overpass and get sniping.
Are we stopped?
No, we're not stopped. We're
You guys
rolling.
are still moving. You're rolling the car.
When they get 200 meters away, I'm going to just a double overhand throw. Like I'm just going to grab the rocket launcher like a baseball bat and just double overhand throw it 200 meters at them. That's my maximum throw range.
That's possible? Okay, roll me it.
Okay, so I have -3 to roll. It'll deviate. It deviates. Here is the deviation.
2d6 for direction.
Yeah, so it's 7, so it rolls directly. It deviates directly away, and the distance is 1d6 meters. So it goes 3 meters past my intended target, but exactly away.
Okay, well, I will roll his dodge.
The question is,
car.
when this thing gets thrown 200 meters, does it blow up?
You're throwing like a warhead, right?
Yeah, I'm throwing the warhead and the tube that's attached to.
Okay,
And 200 meters, this thing's getting thrown 2.5 football fields.
yeah, I'm debating. I don't think the warhead's armed, though, unless you actually fire them.
Well, it's
So you
going
can't
to
just throw a
be in the
rocket
air
launcher?
it's going to be in the air for a while, and Gray has it connected to the pan.
Sounds reasonable to me.
It's up to GM. Is it in the air
He
long
can
enough?
Then
Get it.
I will set it
Okay,
up.
then.
I will prime it in the tube
While it's in
and-
the air?
while
it-
it's in the air.
It's going to have some serious hang time. This guy just threw it 2 football fields and a half.
Yeah.
Okay, so you aim it at one guy. He dodged 7 meters ahead of you. That reduces the blast by 1 per meter. It normally does 24 because rocket. So he is soaking 15p.
Is anyone else close enough to them?
They're
Nightshade,
pretty
that
far.
is perfect. Oh,
Okay, this rocket kind of explodes, and the guy moves ahead of it to dodge it, but the after effects of the explosion actually wreck his bike, and you kind of just see him get pushed forward. And if you've ever heard the meaning of head trauma, this is where it came from.
okay. That's awesome.
He comically slides along the ground about another 15 meters,
I'll pick another guy and
doing like a full face plant.
I'll pick another guy.
At this
and-
point, I'll need you to roll initiative, though.
Okay. I'm so
I
happy
will
that
spend an
worked.
edge to blitz that.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
So
So how fast do you go?
Sturgeon, what's your edge?
2.
Okay.
Well,
Nightshade.
I have 0 left, but I have max
Your
2.
rating.
2. Yeah.
Okay. Gray and Sturgeon both got 26, but Sturgeon is after Gray.
I just need Nightshade to roll, and then
Goddamn
okay, 16. And now I need to bring you to a new map.
Best run ever. I don't care if Rothgraw dies.
Given how much soak
Okay,
he
I
has,
just need
it's
to-
really unlikely.
Gray, I'm so glad you were able to arm that. I like to imagine that like I threw it and like it took a second for you like your brilliance to realize what was happening on. You're like, oh, I should probably arm that. As the thing soars through the air for like 10 seconds.
Did he
like,
just throw the whole tube? Oh god, I should turn that on.
it just like ends over ends. Like, you know how long it takes to throw something 210 meters?
You should have told me first. I could have sniped it in the air. Gotta suck up all the
Might have
glory.
been
Watch
an option.
Rothgraw. Gotta suck up all that glory.
Just need to come up with a new map quick.
The average hang time of a 100-yard throw is 9 seconds. So this thing was in the air for 15 seconds.
Except it was also in the air for less than 3 seconds because
So
Yes.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to move you to the new board, and I will put down your tokens as if you move out of the car. Otherwise, I'm just going to represent the car.
Ooh, this is pretty.
Yeah, I save a lot of random maps often.
and we're rolling along at probably 80 meters a second
Yeah,
or 80 meters a
I'm
turn
just
rather.
a lot of it is I use these
Abstract,
maps as
I
kind of
know.
like visual aids.
Yeah,
so,
no, I
you know,
get
like
it.
you abstract it a little bit. Yeah. Because I found anytime I'd be breaking down a pen anytime otherwise. But imagine you guys are starting right here, and you have to get down to the other end.
Rothgar is going to secure the hole in the truck with his shields and just look at the crew and be like, "Urgh. Holler when I'm needed." Urgh." Sitting there growling to himself on Kamikaze.
I'll pull out my pistol and go.
How
"Yep,
long have
will
you been
do."
driving? Like 5 minutes?
You've been driving for about 5 minutes. Everything's been happening very quick. It's kind of weird. It's almost like the world is sort of conforming to these sorts of things. But, I don't know. I'm not too understanding.
I love it.
Simulation. This isn't really the real world.
No, not at all. I mean, like, not at all that. You're clearly incorrect about that, Mr. Solomon.
Mr. Solomon.
Well, yeah, Mr. Solomon would be correct about it, I suppose.
Yes, I would have.
That
You
is
guys
right. I forgot. Sturgeon got sent on that one D&D run.
Yep.
Wolfgate-
I
Sorry.
can't equal the not Bob, but I can try.
You did a good job. Also, I've just figured out that Mr. Solomon is the only other prime mage, so God save us all.
So yeah, your car is right here. Imagine, I will kind of just like quickly adjust the parameters of the map.
I will be right back. I need to
So
figure
it is
out what dinner is
accurate.
happening with. Be right back.
Okay.
Now.
Are we using actual chase combat rules in a speed environment?
Would you like me to?
We can.
I don't
Might be
know them
the-
super well, but okay.
Only instance of them being used in or in ShadowNet history.
Usually I abstract the shit out of this, but if you know it, we'll do it.
They're abstracted pretty hard already. Basically, at the moment, they're all at call it all long range, between 50 and 150 meters away, unless you want it to be extreme 151 to 300 meters. Actually, yeah, they'd all be at extreme range, and they can try to close or break away if they would like. There are tests for that. Also, they can just plain shoot if they would rather. And it's a matter of basically you get a vehicle action each combat turn. Otherwise, the vehicle goes uncontrolled, which means you have to make a test to not crash. Otherwise, and beyond that, you can take whatever other actions, which normally consist of shooting people.
Sounds reasonable.
And it's designed to be really abstracted. So if you just want to have them move closer and further away from the vehicle as we go along loosely.
Yeah. Okay.
Since they have swords, I assume they want to close.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
I'm going to roll their initiative.
What kind of armor do they look
Okay.
like they're wearing?
They appear to be wearing not so heavy armor. They're wearing like, I would say, very form-fitting
And they have swords?
armor with, they all have swords, yes.
Okay. While we're driving up, the last thing Rothgraw is going to be doing is he's going to be putting away his claymore and pulling out his pole arm.
Does any of them seem to be Ninja Brian?
What is Ninja Brian?
Oh, okay. Never mind. He's the world's most deadliest ninja.
Okay.
No one here listens to the Ninja Sex Party?
Okay, so first person to go is the ninjas.
Okay.
So
If they want to close, it's vehicle skill plus relevant stat, limited by speed. Opposed roll against me on that.
okay, here's their roll.
Okay,
I'm going to roll them as one group.
that's
because let's
fine.
keep it simpler.
They get to close to medium range during this combat turn.
So they're going to close to like here, 75.
That's 11 to 50 if you want to go strict raw, but you can say
11,
whatever.
50. Then they're going to be like right here because they started out 300 away. Now they're all occupying different squares, but they're pretty spread out. But
And they're pretty freaking close.
Yep. So they're all closing on you, and Yeah, that's all they're gonna do for now. They're just closing in on you with their motorcycles and stuff.
Okay.
So now, in terms of initiative, it would be Gray. What does Gray want to do?
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just shoot one of them. They're not in short range yet. I'll let them close to short range on their own time. Actually, I'll go ahead and take my complex action to control the vehicle for this turn.
Okay, I will give you control of that. Real quick.
I'm just rolling along. It's to not go uncontrolled and have terrible things happen.
Yeah, so you can move at its max distance, every turn, because your goal is to get to the other end right here, without anything bad happening. Of course.
And they move up as well if you're doing it this way.
Okay. So yeah, I would
You can just select them all
say
and
that
drag them.
they're here then.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you kind of push ahead a little bit, and there's ninjas on the motorcycles.
Chasing
They're
us.
following you, and they're kind of weaving in between each other, and they're holding a sword in one hand while they do so, because keeping your sword on your back is not reasonable in this sort of circumstance.
And I'll DNI the team to frag and shoot them. Yes, it did.
Okay, so if that is your turn, next person to go is Sturgeon.
Sturgeon.
Most people don't know that.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
We have ninjas on motorcycles chasing us. You should shoot one of them.
Yep. I'm going to whip. Is there somewhere I can stick out with the Beretta?
Oh yeah, right at the back of the car.
Okay,
You can
then
just
I'll
kind of pull it out.
Yep. I just pull it out. There you go. Bye bye, ninja. Fuck. Damn it. Please don't dodge. Please don't dodge. Please don't dodge.
Well, they're ninjas, so pretty
live.
dodgy.
I want to live in.
Yeah, so you kind of fire the shot, and you hear like a big bang, and it just chunks on the ground in front of you. But unfortunately, the motorcycle sort of nimbly slide out of the way.
My eyes start to twitch very, very rapidly. It made me miss a shot. Yep, that's what I do.
So next person to go is Wolfgate.
Alright, how far are they? And do I have a clear shot at some of them?
You can shoot out the back of the car. This thing has gun ports because it is a military vehicle.
Alright.
And they're very close.
So they're within 100 meters.
Alright, I am going to attribute boost and then fire.
Okay, keep in mind you're at -2 because you're firing out of a car. So you got 4 agility.
Yep.
That is awesome.
Yep. I'm going to do a 3-round burst.
Okay. So he will roll to dodge that. You do not hit this ninja either. You kind of just go out the back and you hear the rat-a-tat-tat-tat, but these ninjas are just swerving in between your shots. Next person to go is Rothgraw.
Okay. I'm going to grab 2 grenades in my meaty palms, and I'm going to huck 2 grenades at them. I'm going to split my dice pool. And I get -2 because I'm throwing from a car, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I am just hucking the grenades to land approximately together-ish in front of them where they're driving.
Go for it. You can hit 2 bikes at once.
Awesome. I need to roll deviation. 2d6 and then 1d6. So this is the first grenade. It rolls 11, which is it rolls back and to the right 20 degrees, 1 meter.
Okay.
So it lands closer to me than intended by 1 meter and slightly to the right.
Okay. It wouldn't hit any of the bikes then. You're going to have to be pretty precise in how you throw.
With an HE grenade, they have 16-meter explosions.
16? I thought it was 10 meter.
It's 8 meter total. It's -2 damage per meter.
And
Oh,
also,
okay,
what
yeah.
does it? And also, what does it do to the ground?
Fair enough. Okay, let's see what ninjas do. Because you're going to hit.
And here's the other one, because there's 2 grenades going off simultaneously that are deviating separately. The other one rolls 4, which means it goes directly left 6 meters. So the other one, they actually basically, their explosions barely overlap and they cover the entire street. This is where deviation can be good for us.
Okay.
That one goes directly left 6 meters. So these 2 grenades landed 7 meters apart. One of them near the center of the road and one of them near the side of the road.
Okay, so you'll hit 2 guys with each grenade. I will roll them. Okay, so you kind of throw the grenade and they just kind of slide back, and you see them just sort of lean towards the first 2 ninjas, and you sort of hear a loud "aye," and then you see 2 motorcycles go up in the air like corks out of champagne.
Did they just scream like in a Japanese movie?
Yes.
God, how racist has
Quite
this simulation
possible.
become?
I love it. Rothgraw just bellows at them.
Let me guess, we're gonna fight a 9 charisma elf soon. Fucking son of a bitch.
And Rothgar goes back into his hole
This is
After-
entirely possible.
after meaty palming 2 grenades at them. I am now out of HE grenades. I only have regular grenades.
Yes, now it is Nightshade. What will Nightshade do?
Nightshade follows Rothgar's lead, and maybe with a little bit more panache, she pulls the pin on 1 grenade and just casually drops it onto the ground in the armored vehicle, and then kicks it out and watches it bounce, dink, 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 boom, and then hits whatever, obviously. So just the standard throw, but
Awesome. Just more badass.
yeah, she's hamming it
Okay.
up now that she has suspicions that things might be slightly amiss in reality.
I'm wondering what these HE grenades do to the ground, which is why I threw HE instead of frag.
The ground, they're just kind of blowing up fairly large gouges in the road.
Luckily for these guys, good with their
You
motorcycles.
imagine if they drive over it, that they'd probably fall.
Nightshade's tossed off frag.
Okay. So roll me it.
Ooh, no deviation.
Okay. Yeah, you hit 2 bikes. So
And this is a frag grenade, so
yeah,
it doesn't lose as much damage over distance.
yeah. Yeah, but it's far less damage in general, though. So, there's 16p. Oh, yeah, so the grenade goes off, and I'm going to group edge this 2 times.
Should be 18p.
Yeah,
It's 18p AP plus 5.
that's why they got 5 more dice. So yeah, you kind of throw it, and the explosions go off, and you can see that the bikes are now fairly pockmarked, and it looks like you got a fairly direct hit, but they're not down yet.
All the little bits of frag hit just the right things for them, not for us. Rothgar smiles at you and goes, "I like the way you think."
Inspired by the best, big man.
Rothgar has covered the hole again with his shields. Who's next?
Ninjas. Because
Bring it
ninjas
on.
go fast. So they're going to attempt to close again.
They don't close.
I'm going to edge that. So this is most of Ninja's group edge. Not
I will edge as well,
quite, but most. Okay.
but I will post edge.
Is
Or-
it physical limit?
No, it is vehicle speed as the limit. If they're riding Mirages, their limit is 6.
Thank you, Nightshade.
Cheers.
There's also a couple different things, like if they're riggers and
If their riggers jumped in, then they wouldn't be holding their swords out. But if they were doing that anyway, then they would increase by the rating of their control rig.
They also don't even have to be driving their own bikes. You
That's
have,
true.
like-
They could have someone else driving their bikes.
Which makes sense if you're a ninja on a bike.
Fair enough. So, yeah, they would have hit their limit of the speed of the Mirage, which is they would have hit their limit of 6. So, what was your limit?
I pushed the limit afterwards, so I do not have a limit.
Okay, so you beat them.
Strange, you've never seen a Roadmaster go that fast.
Yeah, so you kind of just move along, and they are not able to close. However, something else has now entered the fray. So let me put that token in quick.
Please be Mechagodzilla. Please be Mechagodzilla. Please be Mechagodzilla.
It's not Mechagodzilla.
Did
I
they
hate
roll?
Godzilla
They
ones.
roll their difficult terrain modifiers to drive over the difficult terrain, or
No, they did
just-
not.
Okay.
Maybe I should have. I went with kind of the idea that even though you put gouges in the road, like you put it by the time
They're
it would
still, like-
have been relevant, they were already past it. That's
So they had to. Oh, they had to swerve around it. I get it.
kind of how. Yeah. Because you weren't able to cover the entire road.
Maybe that's why they didn't keep catch up to the Roadmaster.
Yeah. But I'm just trying to look for something quick.
That's because you never see all the ninjas.
Ninjas.
That's what they're referred to as in-game.
Ninjas.
Yeah, back in the 2040s, somebody copyrighted the word ninja.
Oh.
Oh, jeez. Is that actually a thing?
No, that was bullshit.
That'd be really funny. That would be really funny if that were true.
That sounds like something that would happen in this world.
Oh, look.
No, it just appears to be a helicopter.
Does it
Oh,
have anything
in fact.
mounted on it?
Give me a visual perception check. And there are 2 of them, actually.
And they're 225 meters away.
Okay, Nightshade. Yes, they are. You see that there are 2 men mounted on the side of each of these helicopters, and they appear to be holding heavy rifles. All right, roll their initiative now. So anyway, next person to go then, since ninjas went, is Gray.
Okay. I'm gonna do a thing.
Okay, what's the thing you're gonna do?
I'm going to split my die pool. Actually, no. I'm going to use the fancy nifty feature of the MML, and I'm going to fire 1 anti-vehicle missile at 1 chopper, and let the other one use sensor lock on it. And I will throw 21 dice on the one I'm shooting. And I will throw 24 exploding dice on the one the sensor is doing, because I'm going to get sensor lock and I'm going to use edge.
Okay. So the first chopper will attempt to dodge.
We got so close to glitching.
So the first one gets hit by the rocket.
Okay. 24p, AP
Let's roll
minus
this thing.
10.
This is true.
Unfortunately, because of how it works, technically it doesn't get to dodge, but net hits don't mean anything.
It blows up. You kind of just hear a
Kind of
screaming
dramatically.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like, it kind of blows up, but it doesn't just blow up. Like the rocket kind of hits it. And as it hits it, you see it just start to spin, and the rotor itself actually detaches from the chopper. And it kind of just corkscrews down as it hits the ground,
Ouch.
making another fairly dramatic explosion.
I approve of these fairly dramatic explosions.
How does vehicle
Okay,
dodge
sensor lock
work?
on the second. What is sensor lock resisted with?
Sensor lock, they actually get reaction plus intuition against.
Okay.
If you're firing a rocket manually, there is no dodge.
Only for rockets or for range?
Oh, I was
attacks?
rolling there piloting to dodge, but if you rolled the 3, then it just hit. and
It
it's
just
down.
automatically hits, yeah. Which is kind of stupid. So I'm fine with you rolling dodge. And
So, is there a way to jam a sensor lock or no?
not in the current rule set, as far as I know. I could be wrong on that. I will
Okay,
admit.
then the sensor lock hits. Let's roll once again. See what happens. This one also explodes, but
Beautiful.
the pilot's going to do an action.
Oh God.
Oh, jeez, that did not work out. So yeah, this one also kind of explodes. And how it explodes is this: the pilot's final action was to try to guide it towards your car. So instead, the chopper just kind of goes over here, and as it moves to sort of try to guide whoever presumably was on the chopper towards you, it just kind of slams into that car and explodes right in front of you.
Okay. Do you need me to make a vehicle test to avoid and or
Can I
blow
make an
through the
interrupt
debris?
action to throw at it hard enough to like change its direction with like 25p damage?
Yes, you can try this. You will be at like a -5 because it's going really fast.
I'm gonna edge that.
Push
I'm
the
gonna-
limit.
I'm gonna re-roll my failures, but this isn't me rolling my failures. This is to see if I get bad luck. I don't get bad luck.
What's your edge rating?
1.
Oh, well, then it doesn't matter.
No, I miss.
So you
That
kind
was
of go
epic.
"Arrgh," and throw one of your javelins at it, but the thing just sort of skirts past it as it kind of just moves to slam into the ground.
I would have loved to hit that thing for 25p to stop it from doing that.
DNI, nice try, Rothgraw.
By the way, there is a javelin sailing off into Never Never Land at the moment because I threw it at like a 45-degree angle and with like full strength. It's going to land like a kilometer away and blow up.
Okay, Sturgeon, it is your go.
Y'all motherfuckers are gonna die now. These ninjas, man. These motherfucking ninjas. There we go.
Okay, let's roll to see if they dodge. Oh my god, ninjas. So you fire another shot, and you just kind of hear the crack as the Barrett kind of kicks against your shoulder, and it's just like a as this one also misses.
I'm gonna horribly murder these ninjas.
Now it is Wolfgate's turn.
Alright, can I suppress them?
Yes, you can suppress behind the car.
Alright, then I am going to suppress them, I believe.
However, you would only be able to suppress one side of them, just because you have to consider that how wide this road actually is. The
True.
road is very wide,
Then
so
I will
you could
just
pick,
shoot one
say,
of them.
2 of them. You can suppress all 4.
I'm just gonna shoot one of them then.
Okay.
I'm going to aim first, and we are at the -2 for driving, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay. Once again, you kind of fire at this ninja guy, but he's just, whatever he's doing on that bike, that is just too good because the rounds are just pinging actually on the bike itself, so I will roll the bike. Okay, so you don't hit him, but your rounds actually pepper the front wheel of the bike, and it kind of does a backflip and ejects him off.
I'll take it.
However, he's going to do interrupt action. And his interrupt action is simple. Your car is 75 meters away. He is going to great leap on top of your car as his motorcycle explodes.
I like this guy.
75 meters, huh?
Great leap. It can be done. Just saying. I think
What's
so.
a great leap?
It's an adept power too, isn't
It
it?
is an adept power. It's an adept power that makes you jump really, really far.
Yep.
I will
But
take
I will
your
look
word
it up
for
for
it.
you quick if you would
I'm not
like me
worried
to.
about it.
Can I spend the last of my initiative to interrupt action him with a?
Okay, so I will roll. I will roll his gymnastics because ninja. So yeah, he manages to leap onto your car. However, that's all he can do this turn. So you now have a ninja on the back of your car, sword raised.
Fantastic.
And let me just remove the bike because he's no longer using it. Anyway, next person to go is Rothgraw.
Okay. What kind of weapon does this guy have?
Or actually, no, it's not Rothgraw. My apologies. I need to roll one thing to see. And I need to roll one other thing to see. Okay. So one interesting thing that happens as that helicopter crashes, something actually walks out of it.
I hit it.
Oh yeah, that's the point. It's a troll, and it actually moves to kind of rush towards your car and body check it.
Okay, this is going to end poorly for everyone involved.
That's awesome.
So I forgot, is this initiative?
Except Rothgraw.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen?
Yes, I know the rules.
He is going to soak 36p AP -6.
Okay.
Can Rothgar leap into the air? Because he's standing in the hole.
So he will roll 40. Can Rothgar do what?
Because Sturgeon and Nightshade are next to Rothgar, right?
And I will edge this because I really want to see what happens if it works.
Oh, also, since I am trying to hit him, I get to do this. So he actually soaks 41p AP -6.
Okay. There's troll all over your car.
Okay. Unfortunately, there is also other considerations, like the fact that now everyone in the vehicle is soaking 20p with 12
Yeah.
bonus armor.
There's
But-
a hole. There's a hole in the roof, right, where Rothgar is standing. Mr. GM,
There is. It's an open top, is what it is. Kind of almost technical style, like the back.
can I bear
With an
hug
open
all
top?
of my allies who are standing fighting with me and just leap as high in the air as I can, and then just try to like bear hug them as I skid across the ground?
You can do that, but do you want to leave the car? Because the car hasn't exploded yet. You just kind of splattered troll all over it.
Well, if I bear hug all three of my allies, they're about to take a soak test. If I bear hug all three of my allies and I leap up, the car will get in a crash test and I'll hit the ground. And if I bear hug them, then I will take the soak of skidding across the ground and get fucked up. But they won't all have to soak the crash test.
You can do this.
What I'm trying to do is Rothgar is trying to protect his team.
How
What
worried
do
are
your
we about the
teammates
ninjas
think of that?
afterward?
But so
I am-
basically, this is what you guys hear. You hear Rothgar just say, "I save you," as he tries to grab you, but he's only going to be able to grab you if you let him grab you.
I realize
Um,
I am not wearing a seatbelt, so yes, I let him grab me. See, this is why we wear seatbelts, kids.
So between I have 4 arms, and there's Sturgeon, Wolfgate, and Nightshade. You are all in the back of the car. You've been firing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you let me, I'm going to grab each of you with one arm and bear hug you inside of my shields. Does anyone not let me grab them?
That sounds better than soaking 20p, but the ninjas are
You would
also
have
pretty
12
scary.
bonus armor.
Oh, really? Oh, that's actually not that scary then. Is it? I don't know.
I don't know. This is
20p.
just what Rothgar. This is just me saying Rothgar would try to get everyone out of the
32
car
on
accident.
20p will still probably kill you if you don't edge.
Gray soaked it all.
Oh, there you go.
But Gray also got 14 on his initial roll of 29, so...
Yeah, I'm letting him hug me because I don't believe in my dice to soak all that.
Okay, Nightshade, are you letting Rothgar grab you and like tuck you into like his chest?
Yeah, Rothgar has been pretty impressive so far, so I think Nightshade would allow that.
And Wolfgate, are you?
Yep. You
Okay,
can
so
grab
basically
him.
what happened is I grab Sturgeon. I grab Sturgeon with my left arm, with my left bottom arm. I grab Nightshade with my bottom right arm, and my top left arm grabs Wolfgate while my right arm is still holding my sword, my pole arm, and I will just bear hug them into my chest, and I will roll jumping to leap as high in the air as I can to try to clear the accident, and then I will go shooting forward because of momentum, and I will try to take all of the damage myself.
No, you won't, because I'm going to make a pilot test to catch you.
Okay.
That's.
Well,
I don't know if I can allow that because that's bending the rules of reality. I know that seems hypocritical,
okay.
We're
Okay.
playing in a video game,
but
and also...
if you jump out, you jump out. You can't.
Yeah, no, I'm totally fine soaking like
catch it.
20 or 30 damage I need to soak when I get out, but I'm doing it to try to land where everyone else basically uses me as a human skid plate. Or a giant skid plate, to make the pun. Okay, this is my jumping test. To see if I can jump carrying a Sturgeon. What do you weigh?
I don't weigh that much.
I have to roll one thing.
I'm just checking
I
to
weigh
see if I
one-
get a
Okay,
negative
so
from the
kid
weight.
that jumped on your cargo splat.
I weigh
Wolfgate,
72 kilograms, so 140 pounds.
Nightshade, what do you weigh in kilos? Nightshade?
I'm looking, sorry, 72.
Oh God, you guys are way below my basic lift weight. So you guys don't even I was sitting here worried that you guys would weigh too much, but you don't weigh that much. So this is my jump. And my physical limit right now is
Okay.
My physical limit right now is 17, so I keep all of those.
Okay, give me a free fall, Mr. Hulk.
Okay, but can I use the extra jump so I roll onto my back so none of them take any damage?
None of them will take damage, but you need to roll me your
My
Your
free
free fall
fall
now.
Okay, free
Yeah.
fall is also strength.
yeah.
Hey,
Free
it's
fall's
body.
body.
Free for his body.
Free fall is body.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I get 8 dice.
Oh, okay, and now you need to soak.
I negate 3 meters of fall damage.
Yes, you're gonna jump
What am I taking? Like 20
Uh,
meters? 20? I'm like taking like what 20 or 30 meters of fall damage because I shoot out past the
Well,
truck.
I'm trying to think what's reasonable because the truck's going fast. How fast did you say the truck's going?
The truck was going
Right.
160 meters every 3 seconds.
Okay, so technically you're going.
I'm basically
like,
taking like a 20-story fall.
That's definitely not a 20-story fall.
Not a 20-story, maybe like a 3-story. So you'll take like, soak me 12p.
Only 12p?
Okay.
Jumping's not that bad in Shadowrun.
Awesome.
Only 12p, like.
So
Fair enough.
monsters, bro.
So I land with all three of you bear hugged, and we slide for a while, and then Rothgar says, "You okay?" and releases you from his grasp.
I respond by picking up my rifle on my back and get ready to shoot the motherfuckers that come close.
Okay.
Is the truck still driving at us?
The truck is coming to a stop near you.
Okay,
Since
'cause otherwise I can stop the
GM
truck.
said I couldn't catch you.
Okay. Hey, don't be mad at Game Master. Not his fault. Anyway, go with how do I say? It's Nightshade.
I'm out of initiative, by the way. I'm just lying on the ground.
Oh, okay, then I guess I wouldn't run away.
I'm
The
covered.
truck is going to come to a sideways stop right in front of you, and my next action is going to be to suppress the bikes.
Mr. GM, is Rothgar lying on the ground on his back hardcover for a normal-sized person?
I would go with no, simply
Oh,
because
Okay.
that's really, really good. You can be
Is-
light cover though. You can't be hardcover. You can be.
And
Light
then
cover.
anything that misses has to hit me. Oh no. I'm fine with it.
it was coming out. That's what I would do.
Okay, Wolfgate, Nightshade, Sturgeon, what do you guys do when I let go of you?
I just roll and get ready to shoot. Probably using you as cover.
Yeah, I keep up and take aim.
Yeah, same.
You all have hardcover because there's a roadmaster in the way anyway.
Yeah, can we?
So Nightshade's going
can
to
we
take
list out how
cover.
it's
Is
positioned?
there anything else?
I don't
Okay,
know how things
well-
are positioned.
Well, it's kind of hard, but I will zoom in and I will totally start porting in little tiny tokens. And I will try to do a reasonable facsimile now, so just zoom in and I will do my best. Do. Whoop. Whoop. Whoop.
I love that no one's injured from that accident.
I had to spend my last 2 edge to not have myself or the vehicle go splat, but yeah, no injuries.
I can't believe we're okay.
They really need to fix the rules on that. That's just ridiculous.
Well,
The people
I mean,
inside
we
the car
hit
fix it,
something going over 50 meters a second.
you also hit something. A cyber troll is like 500 kilos. You basically hit a motorcycle.
They hit like a moose. You hit the equivalent of a moose.
Yeah.
You hit a moose while going freeway speeds.
Such a
The-
Canadian unit of measurement.
Going above freeway speeds.
What?
Yeah.
You never
That
hit
is
a moose
great.
before?
That is a great Canadian.
Well,
Yeah, I
I'm
was
still
a
alive,
Dagon.
so
You're
no
Canadian
collision
too,
with
aren't you?
mooses.
Like, that's 120 miles per hour for those of us on the Imperial system for speed.
You hit a moose at insane speed. I don't think the crash tests are that fucked up, but they do get a little weird. They're more dangerous in better cars.
Well, they're more dangerous in faster cars.
Yeah.
And the problem is that they're more dangerous in bigger cars, which is silly.
I love that. I love that you guys are now using me as cover. I am so cool with this.
Okay, so you guys are all up again.
And the roadmaster like did you do like a stoppie right in front of us?
Yes. I would have tried to stop in front of them to give them cover from the bicycle ninjas.
Mr. GM, does he have to roll anything for that badass maneuver?
Yes.
Badass.
Zero driving to avoid crashing if he's going to drop that slowly. You're good.
I keep 5 of those, so.
You are good. Threshold is 3 on those. No, but you would be past them. That's the one thing I
Well,
have to say. You would be like, say, here. Even if
okay.
you stopped, like, physically...
I crashed and then I started decelerating because they jumped out and carried on.
Yeah, but that would be your next act. Like, I'm saying that it's not possible for you to be in front of them yet. You could do that next turn. Park the car in front of them.
Okay. I'll just let them use Rothgraw as cover and shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rothgar's not getting up till next round. He's out of initiative, and he just did that.
Alright, quick question. What happened to the ninja on the top of the Roadmaster?
He got squished.
He got squished.
If he hadn't got
I rolled
squished, Rothgar would have gone flying through him. And I don't know what Rothgar does as a projectile weapon.
So what will Nightshade do at this point?
She will sight in and take a full auto at the most, like the closest, like the leading motorcycle ninja. At the ninja, not the bike.
Okay. They're about... I'll make them a little bit tinier now for reference to actual size. But, yeah, okay. One of them does have 5 damage on them already.
Yeah, whichever one. I assume that's one of the ones that got hit by the frag initially, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll keep going after that one. The full auto.
Okay. Is that the -9 one?
Yes, and then I'm going to be losing 4 dice for exceeding the recoil compensation.
Correct. But against freaking ninjas, probably a good idea.
Yep.
So roll me it.
I'll edge that.
Okay. Okay, you hit the ninja. You hit it for... I heard that, by the way, Pat. You hit it
Mumbling was
for...
hilarious.
As someone who's made adept ninjas to kill his own group, I know how badass these guys are probably going to be.
Fucking ninjas.
So, yeah, this guy, you kind of just put rounds in this guy, and then they kind of just impact on his chest, and you just see him kind of, his bike just kind of corkscrews and kind of flings him out forward, and he just kind of lands short. Dead. But yes, this is true. These are based somewhat on the Oni ninja I built to kill my home game, because the only thing better than a ninja is an Oni cyber ninja.
I never even thought of an Oni ninja.
Yes.
Oh my god, that'd be great, because one of the guys in my home group is in fact an Oni, so it'd be amazing.
I built an Oni
Oni-
Technomancer. He's not even slightly ninja-like.
Disgrace to your Oni race.
Okay. So next turn's the ninjas. The 2 ninjas are going to drive forward, and they're going to raise out their swords, and they're going to kind of do it. And one's going to target Rothgraw, and the other's going to hit Sturgeon. So here
This
is the one.
going to hurt.
Here's the first one for Rothgraw. He keeps 9 of those.
All right, and just need to check prone against melees. He gets 1 more dice. So I still get my full dodge. He just gets 1 more dice.
Okay.
And
I haven't considered reach actually, but really it's not relevant at this point because he hit his limit. So.
Well, and I have more reach than he does.
Yeah.
So like he has reach 1 and I have reach 3.
Yeah.
Well, I have reach 4 because the pole arm.
Okay. So I need to truncate then.
Yeah. I'm lying on the ground.
Reach is on the defense, so he gets extra on the defense test.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no truncation.
So I just have my pole arm up. It's the only thing I didn't release. Because I only had to grab 3 people, not 4 people. I had enough hands.
Okay.
Is anybody else in melee with him? Any of the other allies? Are they engaged with him?
I don't think they would be yet because he's literally taken his
Okay.
motorcycle and he's holding his sword out to cut you as he's driving past you.
Okay, so I get plus 3 dice. Oh, he's driving past? He's staying on the bike?
He's staying on the bike and he's holding his sword out
Okay, so
to cut you.
He gets 6 net successes.
Okay. So he is doing. Let me think for a second. 16 at -3.
16 at -3. Take 4 stun.
Okay, you are up to 9 stun now.
Yep.
So this guy just kind of drives past you. He holds out his sword and just kind of swings it at you, and it kind of cuts across one of your arms a little bit. And skates across your armor, but you're good for now. Next one will swing at Sturgeon.
I'm gonna
For
edge.
7.
I'm gonna use my last
Okay.
point of edge to go. Hopefully, tell this guy to go fuck himself. I
Yeah.
did not tell him to go fuck
Oh,
himself.
that's unfortunate. So yeah, he's gonna hit you for 12p -3.
12p -3. You're kidding me. God damn it. All right, how much?
Okay.
I took all that in stun.
Yes, you did.
So I took 8, right?
You did not glitch though. You take 8, and did you have stun before or no?
I had 1.
Okay. Okay, so yes, you are now at 9 stun. So this one similar thing. He kind of just jams the sword into your armor and gets you.
Okay.
That is Ninja's turn. Next person to go is Gray.
Okay, there are 2 ninjas alive?
Yes.
Okay. Well, one of them is going to eat that many dice. Full auto.
Okay.
Complex. From a... You called it a Vulcan. What are you statting it as?
The 9p -4 one.
Okay.
The heavy machine gun.
I narrowly
It has
keep all of
explosive
those.
rounds in it, so it's 11p.
AP -5, yeah.
Because everything has explosive rounds. Okay, you hit him.
That is 16p, AP -5.
He kind of just as you fire at him, the Vulcan just kind of aims and kind of starts chewing holes in the guy. If you've never heard the definition of Swiss cheese, this is pretty close to it. So he is gone. Next turn, Sturgeon.
Do I have my auto injector?
You do have an auto injector.
Does it have a slap? Does it have stem patch?
Yes, it does.
As a free action, I will stem patch myself. So now I no longer have any more negative effects, and that one guy who tried to fight Rothgraw is going to get shot in the face with a pistol. Now,
Okay.
actually, can I even shoot him with a sniper rifle from the distance? I don't think so.
Yes, you can, because we
Rothgar
are
is
operators who
thankful.
are going to operate.
Rothgar
Okay,
is
you will
thankful.
try to dodge.
God, I love high pace.
You hit him.
Oh, God. So 16 plus 18 again.
Okay.
-7.
I feel like this is not going to go well for him. Okay, so he raises his sword to take another smack at Rothgar, and then you hear a boom from your rifle. And he's charging Rothgar, only he falls a little bit short and kind of keels over because there's now a giant hole where his heart should be.
Nice.
You can see the road through it.
What's that movie? What's that Western movie with the dueling in the town? Like the end scene that happens. I don't think anyone knows what I'm talking about, so never mind.
This sounds like a lot of westerns.
It has that Crow guy. Russell Crowe is in it.
310, you know? He's in a
No, different one. I'll think of it. I'll look for it.
yeah. So at any rate, what do you guys do now?
Is there still one bike?
There are no bikes left. You killed everyone.
Oh, I'm glad that I'm going to live, but I was looking forward to attacking one of the bikes with a claymore.
Yeah.
I guess I get up and brush myself off. I get off and brush myself off and hit myself with a stim patch and climb into the back of the truck.
Yep, I dropped
what
the back end.
what kind of swords did the ninjas have?
They were carrying katanas.
I am grabbing one of them.
The movie I was
You can
thinking
do
of was
that.
The Quick and the Dead.
Quick and the Dead. I gotta watch that.
A good movie, actually. Anywho, let's get back to the game.
Like watch that movie. I mean, but that was pretty funny. What last night we had who was it? Sundown, who literally all he does is says cowboy quotes, and he says them well.
Oh, God.
All right. Rothgraw slaps his palm of his hand in the truck. Let's get going. Yeah!
Once everyone is inside, I take off.
Let's not forget he's
Okay.
still Gammy. So this fight only took like what? Like
You
20
kind of just.
seconds?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You've probably been traveling for over 10 minutes now for reference to drugs. So you guys kind of pull up to you drive through here, and you're passing through what appears to be the remainder of your route when it pulls up to what looks like sort of a dock. And at this point, you hear the message in the back, please deliver package.
I just take the package and I just throw it in there, very passive aggressively.
Okay.
Like the over the head throw it down thing.
Yeah, so you kind of toss it in. And as you do so, you feel a little bit tired. And all of a sudden, you guys kind of start to just feel a little bit tired. Like maybe you want to go to sleep now because you've delivered the package.
Rothgar, sleepy. He makes a nest out of his shields.
Nest.
He lays down his shields and like cuddles into them. He's basically sitting in a metal hammock on the ground.
As I start to fall asleep, I'm like, I'm going to kill who's ever on the other side of this, and I pass out.
As you start to pass out, the area you're in sort of starts to flicker a little bit. And now I need people to give me auditory checks.
Do I have my sensors available to me?
No, you don't.
With or without the PTAC?
This is without the PTAC.
Any drugs?
No.
Point of having high hearing, I can't hear shit.
The last thing I say before I'm falling asleep is you guys can hear Rothgar mumble, "Jeg kan godt lide jer," which is Danish for "I like you guys," as he falls asleep. Which
I don't speak that language.
So you guys don't get it, but Wolfgate would hear it. Wolfgate.
You might be surprised. Yep, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because you can just default on languages with your crazy Decker stats.
Okay. So no one else hears anything, but Gray appears to hear an argument. Really? Did you think this was a good idea? Well, I don't know. You said you wanted something reality-based. Yeah, but really, did you have to hire that thing for this? Did you see what he did to the freaking limo? Yeah, but I figured it'd be, authentic, like the kids would like it. But that thing, we can't sell it with that thing in it. No one wants to hear about that. Well, I guess. Oh, God damn it. Just pay them, tase them, and then laze them, and leave them on their way, okay? We'll get the game out soon enough. And at that, you all fall into a deep sleep again. Except for Gray, who feels an electric shock.
Oh, lovely.
Pay him, tase him, laze them is such a great fucking thing. That's actually really great terms. Awesome.
So
So do I have
at
the
any rate-
opportunity to resist the lays?
Since you are aware of it, yes. The other people do not.
Be aware of
God, I have to
lays.
look up the stats.
I think it's willpower and logic, but I'm not sure. And the lays, are they going to lays us past the original meat? So we're just going to wake up with money?
Yep.
Awesome.
God.
I'm so sad Rothgraw doesn't get to remember it because it was so epic. Lays is a drug that mind wipes. Like,
Yeah.
you don't, it gets rid of your short-term memory.
I know I'm trying to get the drug for Sturgeon, actually.
Yeah, it's really good. It's also really good for GMs because you can do shit like this and not worry about throwing off character development.
Look at the last game I was on like this.
And you can
we had
only
a decker, and
Yep.
he managed to track him down, and then we flew to Britain, and I beat the shit out of him with a book.
you can only resist lays if you're aware of its effect, which means you have to be conscious.
That's unfortunate. So we're not conscious then, I take it?
No, it
No.
sounds like they jacked us out of the recording software. I so wanted to get I was so hoping to get my mil spec as my payment, not mil spec, corp sec.
Oh yeah, but that'd be a 30,000 payment. It costs 30,000 for that armor.
Yeah, and it's 4,000 per RVP, so you can actually pay people in corp sec.
Yeah,
I'm doing
I could have.
I'm doing a
totally
run.
have done that.
I'm doing a run for that kind of gear and stuff because it's really a good way for people to get stuff.
Yeah, I might actually think about doing that more. That is true. Based on the GMP, I could have paid you in that. At any rate,
Just so you know, Rothgar did keep saying to the camera, I kept typing it in, being like, I want this armor.
okay. So Gray is laced. However, Gray is going to remember a little bit more than the rest of you. So Rothgar did state that he wanted the armor. So
Multiple times.
So here's what's going to happen. You all are going to wake up in the same parking lot. There is going to be no van. Or no sign that anything happened.
What is the last thing that we remember?
The last thing you remember was coming to the parking lot, and there will be a cred stick with 17,000 nuyen sitting on your chest as you wake up, as well as what appears to be a small Tridio title titled Action Sniper 16, The Reckoning.
I like how this means Sturgeon was the main character.
Yes, as it should be.
Everyone will get the cred stick, and they will get let me see. And they will get 5 karma.
What's the name of this
with
run?
the exception of Rothgraw, who's just going to find sitting on the ground in front of him a set of pink-colored heavy security armor with a helmet.
Fantastic.
There are no attachments on it.
Awesome. So that is worth 25,000, right?
Yes.
Which then you just divide by 4.
In terms of karma, in terms of karma, you instead you'll receive 1 karma.
Okay. Because it's divided by 4,000, so it's worth 6.25 RVP.
Yeah,
What was the karma?
6.25.
Yeah.
Because you each normally RVP wise, because I'll do this for a second, is normally you got 5 karma and you got 17,000 nuyen, which was baseline 16,000. So that was your baseline reward. You're also going to all receive 1 public awareness.
Oh, great. More public awareness.
Did you just say more?
What's the name of this run?
The name of this run was High Speed, Low Drag.
I started with the game with bad reputation.
That doesn't give you public awareness. That's notoriety. PA is different.
It's three notoriety and 1 public awareness.
Oh, really? Yeah, then you have 2.
Yep.
We have a character that gets rid of public awareness, though I'd like to think it's actually kind of a funny thing to keep.
You said the regular rewards were 2,000. You said the regular rewards were 2,000, over 17,000 nuyen, right? 17,000
nuyen and 5 karma. You would be getting.
Yeah, Yeah, so
in
I'm
terms
just
of how
making
much it
sure
costs
that
you.
I don't get paid more than anybody else. So the
You get one
regular
karma
run,
and the suit of
the
armor.
regular run rewards are 13.5 RVP, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we're just going to minus 6.25 off. Okay. So yeah, that means if I get wait, sorry, I'll redo this.
Because heavy sec armor is very expensive. That's
Yeah,
the reason why I'd have to subtract a fair bit. But
Oh
if you
no,
want to keep it, totally, dude. I love that armor.
I'm making sure that I don't get anything more than anybody else. Because if it's 13.5 and then I get 6.2, if I get 6.25, okay, so that means everyone else gets 13.5 RVP. I get 7.25 RVP. So, and if I was still getting 5 karma, then I would only get
4,000.
yeah. I'd only get 4,500 Nuyen.
Okay. So you can take it in. You can get 500 Nuyen and 2 karma or whatever combination you would like. Yeah, because the sec armor that is the heavy sec costs 25,000 for the helmet and the armor.
Yeah, and it's worth 4,000 for 1 RVP, so it's worth 2,000 of reward when it's given as reward.
Yeah.
So yeah, if everyone else got 17,000 and I only get 4,000 Nuyen, then our Nuyens are equal. So if they just like paid me in the armor instead of Nuyen,
yeah, they're paying you in the armor.
Okay, so then I only
it's pink colored and it's got the Horizon.
Yeah, no,
logo
that's fine.
sprayed across the front.
That's fine. It's got like it's got like the nice Horizon logo on the front. Rothgraw don't care.
It's neon pink.
Rothgraw has
similar
distinctive style. Rothgraw has distinctive. Yeah, Rothgar has distinctive style, being Rothgar, so that's fine. So yeah, Rothgar will get the same karma as everyone else. He'll just get way less Nuyen.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah, it works.
So Rothgar just finds this like bright pink box that says Horizon on it, opens up, and he's like, yeah! And he like starts getting really happy, and then he like picks up the box and puts it on his shoulder, and he's like, I gotta go home, and starts jogging home.
So I wake up with a deep bloodlust to kill someone, and I don't know why.
Yeah, likewise.
Yep,
all of you will kind of wake up with this feeling of similar dissonance, except for Gray. Gray, you'll get the impression that something happened, but you can't quite put your finger on it. And possibly with a little bit of time thinking and meditation, you might be able to recall it.
Especially with my 16 memory dice.
Yeah, you're the kind of person whom you are very intimate with gaps in your memory.
Since they're very, very rare.
Exactly.
Wolfgate is going to note that it said Horizon on the box, and Horizon just made his list.
Vindictive. I love it. I should have picked up Vindictive and Sturgeon. I poured him over.
I have bright pink armor! Yes!
And I am buying a Roadmaster and putting a Gauss rifle on it.
Are you doing this?
I'm the main character.
Not right now, but that is my next goal. I am going to work for the man, and I'm going to buy ammo, and that will be all I will do at the end of the run.
Okay.
Yeah, it really is. It's going to be, when I'm playing this, my AR is going to be Sturgeon walking through the front door, getting yelled at by his sister, and him having no idea what he did. It's going to be awesome.
I did debate how to end this one to a degree, but I figured that was the most appropriate. In future runs, I will probably have advertisements of Action Sniper 16, The Reckoning.
Awesome.
So who knows? It may come up again.
I hope Rothgar's in the advertisement. Because Sturge is the main character, but I hope the big scary Rothgar is in the back. Maybe they can recut it and make him the bad guy.
He should be carrying us all while we're shooting stuff.
Hold on, I have distinctive style. Does my gang symbol show up on the character's armor?
You're Cutters, right?
I am not Cutters. I am a self-made gang. I plan on giving the meta plot once they get
self-made.
You're your own gang. That's awesome.
Well,
Because
then
I thought he
you
was
have
former
a
Cutters. Like that would make sense with how he acts, but something about your backstory said that.
Yeah.
you're part
Bleeder.
of another gang that doesn't exist in meta yet until meta gets up and going.
Yeah, once meta gets a shit,
Your own gang?
I'm giving them to them. They're called the Bleeders. They are notorious for just being hired by other gangs to kill people.
Okay, the Bleeders, I would say no, they were not featured. Because you have to understand the nature of product placement.
Yeah.
However,
Did a Tesseract show up anywhere? Because he has a Tesseract.
well, I'll describe to you what there is no. I'll describe to you what the picture of the title looks like. It looks like there's a guy on the front that looks kind of like Sturgeon in full body armor, and he's holding a knife in his left hand and an assault rifle and a Barrett in his right while sprinting in a very dramatic but unrealistic manner. Behind him is Rothgraw, who just has 4 arms out. 2 are holding riot shields, and another one appears to be holding a javelin. And then the other arm is holding this old guy, just has him raised up. And then you have Wolfgate, who is on the others, who is a little bit behind Sturgeon, but kind of has his rifle a little bit lowered and looking off to the left side as if he's aiming for it. And then you have Nightshade, who is just a little bit isolated from the rest, and it looks like her body armor has been cut out a little bit, as in there's no more front protection for particular her chest area and sort of thigh area. And she's just looking directly at the camera, pouting while holding up a pistol.
This pisses Nightshade off.
No doubt.
You're
No
being
idea
horribly
why you did.
sexualized. Deal with it.
I just look at it and go, why does this guy in the middle look familiar?
Which guy?
The cool looking guy in the front.
By the way, you all look like yourself, but you've all been a little bit photo touched up.
Hey, Gray is charisma 5.
Like Gray looks like he's old 1 instead of old 3.
Oh dear God!
And
I'm just gonna stare at it and go like, wait, what?
on that note, I'm going to end the stream. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Awesome.
God, I really wish. Hopefully, someone draws this. I really need this to happen.
Yeah, I bought two